be back in the ATL. Thanks for coming out. Put your hands together for the Shrine of the Black Madonna one time, Black family. Thank you to the Shrine for letting me be here once again, Baba Jabari and company. It's been a long year. Thank you, Queen. I love you too, Goddess. The last time we was here was New Year's Day. And so much has happened since New Year's Day. But what I want to deal with first is my expertise. And that's the babies, the children. Let's talk about the miseducation machine. I see a lot of new faces in the audience, and that's a good thing, because that means that I know that some parents are going to hear some things they never heard before. And I want to start out by giving some messages to the parents. Things that all black parents need to go by, laws you need to live by to make sure your child is never taken advantage of on this street. And the first rule, Atlanta. Let me stop. I see some sisters standing in the back. Sister, if you need a seat, raise your hand. Come up. Come on up, ladies. Fellas, y'all know what we got to do. Come on up. Walk right up the middle. Walk right up the middle. That's right. All right. There go two more queens. Make sure they sit down. I know we got some feminists in the building who are going to be upset about this. Okay. They're going to say that we're displaying weakness by giving sisters a seat. And in response to that, from an African culture perspective, we say that when we show deference to our sisters, we're showing admiration and love and commitment to our sisters. So that's how we do. That's how we do. And you know, black people, one of the things we have to stop doing is letting European culture modify and reinvent black culture. Once upon a time, white people couldn't tell black people how to live. They could stop you from going to certain stores. They might keep you out of certain schools. They could potentially stop you from getting equal opportunity in mainstream American life, but they can never tell you that it's okay for a boy to date another boy. They can never tell you that we should allow our brothers to get away with marrying women who are not our sisters. We got to stop that, black man. We got to stop trying to commit ethnic cleansing through reproduction. So many black men try to commit ethnic cleansing through reproduction. You think that you can kill the African DNA. Well, one thing we know about the African DNA, and if you don't believe me, ask any sister with a perm. She comes back twice a month. Then you got the killer again with more perm, and she keep on showing back up. You can't kill it because African DNA is from God. Okay? We are the manifestation of supreme consciousness on the earth plane. That's what we are. In fact, the reason we catching hell is because we haven't recognized or realized that we are just that. People say, why was the white man created? Why did God create the white man? The white man is here to force you to manifest your God consciousness. The white man and white woman is the black woman and black man's test. And until you wake up and recognize that they are not greater than you, you will remain underneath them. It's that simple. Now, getting back to the miseducation machine. Let's go through the rules that you need to navigate the schools, brothers and sisters. Mothers and fathers, rule number one. Rule number one, don't tell the school all your personal family business.
Talk about it.
I need my single mothers to hear me clearly. Because y'all love going into the school looking for sympathy from Mrs. Slurbanowski and Mrs. Weinberg. You keep looking for sympathy from crackers. Your child's teacher is not your friend. And too often you go into the school trying to make a friend before you've done an assessment to see if they even plan on teaching your baby. How you smiling in somebody's face and you don't even know if they care about your child yet? See, one of the problems of Black America is we still operate under certain assumptions that our experience have proven to be incorrect. And one of the assumptions is if a person is teaching, it means they give a damn. That's a false assumption. Well, then you say, well, Dr. Umar, why we got so many white teachers teaching our kids if they don't care about it? Because there's not enough jobs in the suburban schools. That's why they're there. They're on the waiting list for the schools in the suburbs. But because teachers don't want to get them schools up, they might be on that waiting list until the day they retire. Everybody knows the easiest job in America, if you're white, is getting an emergency certification in a predominantly Black school district. Because you know the Black parents ain't going to ask you nothing because you're white. And white folks ain't going to ask you nothing because you're white. I've seen how school psychologists and school and white teachers are never asked questions by Black parents, rarely. How they never held accountable for teaching our children. It's only one reason you still have public school in Atlanta. One reason only, that's because white women got mortgages to pay in the suburbs. That's all. Isn't it amazing that they use the white woman to miseducate your son and then her husband locks him up after they're done? Isn't it amazing? Go throughout the suburbs of Atlanta. How much you want to bet you're going to find white teachers married to white police officers? A marriage made in hell. What is it about the teacher and the police officer that they have in common? Why so many white teachers married to cops? Because both of them have a vested interest in checkmating the progress of Black males. They use the white teacher to miseducate and the white man to incarcerate, so they live in a $250,000 house on your tax dollar for breaking down your children's future. Isn't it amazing? But I'll tell you what's more trifling than that. The fact that you just had in Atlanta a multi-billion-dollar shopping spree for Christmas gifts. Atlanta, I think I spent about $5 billion on Christmas this year. Congratulations. Wow. On sneakers and cell phones. Gucci rags and Louis boots. Big screen TVs. Let me tell you how you know when you're in the ghetto. I'm going to tell you how you know when you're in the ghetto. Because I'm a child therapist. You know how I know when I'm in the hood? When I go into a child's house to do some therapy, and they got a big screen TV, and the TV bigger than the wall it's on. That's when you know you're in the hood. They got to turn it side. They got to tilt it a little bit. Because the TV bigger than the damn wall. Ah, shit. That's when you know you're in the hood. And then I'm doing therapy with the TV sideways and a white Jesus on the wall above us. Blessing the therapy session. Blessing the therapy session. Now, see, some Negroes, what y'all do, because you know you ain't got no business with no white Jesus, but you still got a white Jesus construct. So what you do is you go back to the store and you put down the white Jesus, but you don't get a black one, though. You go get like a Kaplan Asian looking Christ. Something that's soothing to your intellectual palate. And if you notice, every Jesus you get, no matter how dark he is, always has a perm like the white one. You ain't never had a nappy-headed Jesus on your damn wall. And you ain't looking for one either. Why you think the mega churches ain't got no black Jesus? Shrine of Black Madonna got a black Jesus. But the reason why the mega churches ain't got no black Jesus, Pastor tell you, if I put a black Jesus on my wall, Dr. Umar, won't nobody come here no more. Black people are trying to be what you can never be, European. And you hate what you are, which is an African. That is our essentially Achilles heel. We're trying to disidentify from ourselves in an attempt to disidentify from reality, which makes us all mentally ill, because the number one symptom of mental illness is not being able to perceive your reality as it is. And that's why black people can be so easily duped into the illusion of inclusion, because the reality is too harsh and unbearable for our lazy asses to fix. You love to be lied to. Yes, you do. Why do you think Negroes vote every election? Not because it's going to change anything, but at least I ain't got to pay for it. Just vote. You think you can vote away police brutality? It'd be gone already. You think you can vote away white privilege? It'd be gone already. Isn't it ironic that the things that bother us the most are never up for election? Listen to me, brothers and sisters, and do not get me wrong. I'm not saying you should not vote. I'm saying you should vote when you have a reason to. But what I have to tell the cool Illuminati on a regular basis. And in Atlanta, Georgia, y'all have a very sophisticated black bourgeoisie, untalented tenth. Cool Illuminati. They call me up, Dr. Johnson, we hear you coming back. We welcome you, but we hope the message is going to be uplifting.
Sounds just like no.
I get texts at the airport. We hope the message. What you want me to say? You be telling people not to vote. I never told black people not to vote. I said you should vote when you have a reason to. Now, if you give me the choice between two Caucasians, neither of which care about black folk, why would I cast the vote for? Why would I endorse one side or the other side? Because one thing I don't ascribe to, that a lot of us ascribe to, is this belief in the lesser of two evils. I thought evil was evil. I didn't know that there was a lesser and a greater thing. I'm not voting for either evil. You say, well, we got a black man running for mayor. We got another black woman running for mayor. They both Democrats. Which one you going to vote for? I'm going to say, show me the campaign contribution list.
Go in.
There you go.
I want to see who funded hers.
Go in.
And I want to see who funded his.
No.
And when I look at the campaign contribution list, guess what I find out? They got funded by the same people. What am I voting for? Because no matter which one of you goes in there, white supremacy's agenda is going to get put in place. See, brothers and sisters, it don't matter who you vote for. It matters who financed the campaign.
Yeah.
And this is where black people keep on losing because we keep on voting, but we're not funding nobody. Mm-hmm. The most important thing you can do in an election in Atlanta is not vote, but finance the campaign. If Dr. Umar Johnson was to run for mayor of Atlanta, no matter how well-meaning I may be, if my money got to come from Walmart, and if my money got to come from the Democratic Party, and if my money got to come from the LGBTQIO, they add a damn letter every week, they get a new damn letter. I ain't never seen an organization with that many damn initials. The hell is going on around here? And I told y'all here 4 years ago that they was going to still yet add another letter to that. And now they flirting with the P letter. They said it's no longer pedophilia, it's pedosexual.
Dang, that's crazy.
When you say pedophilia, you're castigating people who got problems they can't control. So we don't want to call them pedophiles. That's disrespectful. We want to call them pedosexual. And so by this time next year, remember you heard it from me first, by this time next year, it's going to be LGBTQIOP.
Tell the truth.
Because they say that you shouldn't get mad at a man who has a sexual attraction to children he can't control. That's because in Greco-Roman culture, some of the gods had sex with the boys. Do your research. There's gods in Greco-Roman culture that had sex with boys. That's why when you look at pictures of Greco-Roman art, you'll see Zeus, you'll see Apollo, you'll see Aquape laying there naked with a loincloth and 4 little boy angels. Those weren't angels. Those were the child sex slaves of the gods. Most white men ain't gay. I don't believe that. But I do know that homosexuality has its origin in Greco-Roman culture. That's why Alexander the Great was, and Julius Caesar was, and Napoleon Bonaparte was, Epictetus was, Plato was, Socrates was. It's what they did. That's why the Roman Catholic Church don't let them get married today. Because the woman is unclean according to the white man's philosophy. The woman worked with the devil to manipulate Adam, so you can't be trusted, sister. So if I am a god and the woman is of the devil, it would be better that I expose my lust with another god.
Damn.
And that's why they rather have relations with each other than with women.
Damn.
That ain't our culture, that's theirs. See, African culture is a little bit different. We believe in the complementarity of opposite principles. So in our culture, for the sun, there's the moon. For the water, there's the land. For the yin, there's the yang. For the plus, there's the minus. For the man, there's the woman. So because we overstand and understand and understand, we don't hate nobody. Listen, if you gay and black in hair tonight, I love you too. If you're lesbian and black in hair, I love you too. If you're transvestite, I'm working on loving you. But no, but listen, they created a narrative that says if you disagree with my life, you hate me. I ain't never said I hate no black gay folks. How could I say that as a therapist? When I know that so many black boys come into that lifestyle by being molested by male relatives. How I'm going to sit here and say I hate lesbian black women when I know so many of them come into that lifestyle as a result of having been sexually molested themselves, verbally abused, or abandoned by their fathers? I know the roots of this. One of the reasons they want to drag me up to Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, January the 8th, is because they're sick and tired of me telling you the real truth about Western psychology. So now I got to have a hearing before the board of crackers of psychology. Because niggers kept on writing letters. Oh, hell yeah, they get a letter a week about me from black folks. White folks don't even get a chance to write a letter about Dr. Umar. Here's one from the LGBT. Here's one from the feminists. Here's one from a parent who thinks Ritalin is all right. Here's one from a parent who said Dr. Umar said we shouldn't get our kids tested for special ed in 3rd grade. Yes, I said it and I'm still saying it. You don't let nobody test your 2nd grader for no damn learning problem. You don't let nobody tell you your 5-year-old got ADHD. Have you ever seen the definition of ADHD? Let's go through it. Can't sit still. Loses things necessary to get his work done. Has difficulty sustaining attention. Has trouble playing quietly. What child you know plays quietly? Loses things necessary to get their work done. Taps with their hands or feet. Acts as if they're driven by a motor. Blurts out answers before waiting their turn. Last time I checked, that was every brilliant kid in the neighborhood who had something to prove. Yep. But you know what the problem is in Atlanta? White women don't like teaching your children. They don't like black boys at all. And they don't like the girls either. See, when they ask me why the kids ain't learning, money ain't on the list. See, they got y'all food. They run around telling you if we paid the teachers more, the kids' scores would go up. That's a damn lie. Money ain't got nothing to do with this. You can give every white teacher $1 million a year and your child still wouldn't learn because the prerequisite of an education is knowing that the teacher is concerned about your progress. I'm going to say it again. I will not learn unless I know you care. When the teacher walks in the classroom, the child makes a 2-minute assessment. Within 120 seconds, your child knows if that teacher cares or not. If the teacher cares, he will open up. And if she doesn't, he will shut the heaven down. These are facts. But they run around Atlanta. What can we do to stop the special ed rates? What can we do? So many black boys on Adderall and Concerta. What can we do? So many black boys retarded and emotionally disturbed. I know what you can do. Give those little brothers a black male teacher. Yep. Strong heterosexual type. Alpha male, not beta male. Not no damn betas. You don't put no betas in front of no black boys. Skinny jeans. Hard bottom shoes with skinny jeans on. Damn beta males. And sisters, y'all need to stop laughing because y'all raising betas. Yeah! I'm talking about Raheem. That little lazy Negro child you should have brought with you tonight, but didn't because he had better things to do. Don't get me wrong, it ain't fair. Ain't no black woman got no business being left to raise boys on her own. It ain't fair, sisters. And I thank y'all for the job y'all done. Brothers, give these queens a hand. The one for y'all, it'll be worse. The one for y'all, it'll be worse. Black men think it's easy till they got to babysit for a week.
That's the truth.
When are you coming back?
I lost my mind one day, bro.
You didn't doo-doo on me at the football game. When are you coming back? And then that's when we realize how hard it is, but sisters are so smooth. You're so graceful that you make hard stuff look easy. And so people look at the work that you wonderfully make and they think it's easy because you make it look to be so. But it's not. Black women were raising children on their own for a long time, but it don't get no easier. In fact, it get more difficult. Because now they got to explain things that you and I didn't have to explain. Fellas, remember when we was in the 2nd and 3rd grade, you could go spend a night over your cousin's house? You sleep at the top of the bed and your cousin sleep at the bottom of the bed, and that was it. You can't let your son sleep at the bottom of the bed no more. Because their innocence been taken away. Okay? So it's harder now to be a parent. But again, stop telling your business to the school. You go into the school talking about, listen, please don't suspend my boy. I started a new job, 90-day probation. My son is acting up because his father's in jail and he don't see me enough because I'm working his job now, 12-hour shifts. But Miss Slurbanowski, if you work with me in 90 days, I'll be off probation. You'll see me more. My son will see me more. Can you please work with me? If you keep calling me up here, I'm going to lose my job. My boss told me one more time I'll leave that job early. I'm done with it. Miss Slurbanowski, can you help me? And that white woman looking at you like you're crazy because you've been under this for 400 years and you still don't understand that white folks ain't going to help you. But she's going to enable your desire to be accepted by your oppressor. And she's going to say, well, Shaquita, I understand your pain.
That's how they do.
I'm a single mother too. I might be white, but me and my husband divorced, and I'm raising Robbie and Thomas all on my own. Can I have a hug? Can we pray to white Jesus together? And you leave out that meeting feeling good. Miss Slurbanowski told you all is well. I'm not going to send him to the principal no more before I call you. You walk out the school, guess what that white lady does? She runs right to the principal, Dr. Silverberger. She says, Dr. Silverberger, I just met with Shaquita, little Robbie's mother. She was crying in my office. I don't know if she was high.
Right.
She told me that her and her 3 children are sharing a 1-bedroom in her mother's house. 3 kids and a mother in one room. I don't think that's healthy, Dr. Silverberger. I like Shaquita. I don't want her to get in trouble, but I noticed that Robbie been coming to school with the same socks on for a week now. This is what they do. I'm in those meetings. They will smile in your face, and the minute you walk out that front door, they will rip you down behind your back. And then sometimes I can even call you and tell you what happened. Because black people don't have no confidentiality code. That's another problem we got. We say things that ain't supposed to be stated. I call you up and say, listen, they plotting on your son. This is what you need to do. Guess what you'll do? You'll come right back to the school. Dr. Umar said y'all plotting on my damn son. You know how many teachers I know are fired right now, jobless, because they tried to help a black parent who couldn't control his or her mouth? You don't tell white folks your business. The school is an extension of the prison. There's an invisible tunnel that goes out the back door of the public middle high school, straight to the local county jail. And if you think I'm exaggerating, I give you a direct quote from a New Jersey judge, juvenile court judge, black woman, judge in New Jersey said, Dr. Johnson, you keep teaching what you're teaching. You know why? Because you're absolutely right. I see more teenagers in my court from school than I could ever see from the street corners. Wow. School is the #1 source of fresh bodies for the prison system. Oh yes, brothers and sisters. discriminated against.
Talk about it.
White teachers are verbally abusing our sons and daughters on a daily basis. They are killing self-esteem. Why he can't read? Because you ain't making him believe he can. There's no such thing as being an educator without being a good motivator. And if you are not a motivator of children, you have no business in front of them. And that's why when we open up Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy, first assessment I want to do is whether or not you're black. You niggas is crazy. I'm getting into fights every day because black folks don't want to be black. Brother, we are not African. We was here already. I said, go with me to Ghana. I'll show you 20 niggers look just like your ass. I know we was here first, but how did you get here? Care how long you've been in America, you came from Africa. And the crazy thing about it is you never see Chinese people saying, I'm no longer Chinese because my family been in America 20 generations. You don't see Irish people saying, I'm no longer Irish because my family been in America for 40 generations. You don't see European Jews saying, I'm no longer Jewish because we've been here for 50 generations. Only the Negro. You are extremely unique. You are the only people in America who have no loyalty to the collective well-being. How you spend $5 billion on Christmas, but when I go through Atlanta, and this is Black Mecca #1. Yep. This is the Mecca. How can I come to the Mecca and I don't see a black bank, black supermarket,
come on,
black hospital? Kind of Mecca is that? We need institutions. Racism destroys black people because we are dependent on their services. If you don't need the hospital, they can't use it to kill you. If you don't eat their food, they can't use it to kill you. If you don't need their jobs, they can't use it to kill you. If you don't need their schools, they can't use them to kill you. But slavery messed us up. Because slavery made us comfortable not having no control over our future. And we're the only people in America who don't give no time or thought about the future condition of the collective. You are totally unique. The Chinese come to America to build a cultural empire. The Arabs come to America to build a cultural empire. The East Indians, a cultural empire. And you just want to participate. You an integrationist and ain't nobody else trying to integrate with you.
That's real.
You ever seen the Chinese practice integration? Go to a Chinese restaurant. They cooking, they mopping, they serving. And even though they might have a brother out there, he ain't allowed to touch that register.
That's real talk.
That's right. Ain't nobody got time for no integration. Only self-hating people integrate anyway. How you gonna build power, integrate? And the first thing you niggers do when you get a master's degree is run to a white suburb and buy a house. And then you want to blame Lil Wayne and Jeezy and them for why black boys is looking up the rappers. It is not the rappers' fault that they are the role models. The reason the rappers are the role models is because the real role models, professional black men, have ran away from the black neighborhood. Woo. In the 1950s, the doctor used to live next door. In the 1960s, the psychologist used to live next door. The role model was on the block.
real talk.
No damn rapper, he's the default role model. Because the real role model don't care. You marry a white wife, move to a white suburb, and then say you are an asset to your community. Yeah, you are an ass, all right. Black bourgeoisie can't fix this without identifying and holding them accountable, brothers and sisters. White supremacy got it easy now because they got a circle of Negroes who would do everything they want them to do. And this is why we got to raise our children with principles. See, the problem is too many black parents are raising their kids with the same ethos. Just get money. Just get money. Get an education, go get some money. Get you a nice house. house, just get money. And what you fail to realize, if the whole purpose of life is to just get paid, they get called into one of these labels down here in Atlanta, Black Music Capital. And one of these Caucasians or coons say you want to be big, you can sell $5 million, but you got to turn over and pay the price of admission. What's your son going to do? He ain't into that, but his mom said, just get money. His uncle said, get paid. And guess what? He gonna go ahead and turn over and get laid. Get laid and get paid. You said it, Queen Mother. You better shut your mouth! Shut your mouth, Elder! Giving up your manhood for $1.
Damn.
You got to raise your sons and daughters with principles. We don't do that no more. Principles to live by. Principles to live by. And nothing wrong with your religion if you're Christian. I'm just saying, be the Christian Jesus taught you to be. If you Muslim, no problem. Be the Muslim Muhammad Ibn Abdullah taught you to be. But also remember the one hadith of Muhammad Ibn Abdullah who said, go to the people and give them the religion, but do not take their culture away from them. My African-American, Sunni, Orthodox, Islamic brothers, and I can speak on it because I was raised in it, you forgot that. You start practicing Islam, you want to become a damn Arab! Want to talk like them, walk like them, dress like them. You ain't going to convince me that God wants you to imitate another people in order to prove that you're a loyal father.
Go in.
And that's why the late, great Dr. Yusuf bin Yakin said religion is nothing more than the deification of a culture, because if you don't know your own culture and practicing the religion, you're going to end up assuming somebody else's culture. So what are you saying? I'm saying before you go to the religion, get knowledge yourself to make sure you practice in religion and not cultural imposter shit.
Go in.
They want to brave me before the board, talking about they got people to testify. Probably like 10 coons waiting.
They waiting.
I want to see these people.
They waiting. You know they waiting.
Probably the ones from TV One.
Right.
TV One cool.
I know what they mad about. They mad about that Tuesday morning call. They mad about the Tuesday morning call. When the investigator called me, the first thing out of his mouth was, we have questions about the Tuesday morning call. And you know what was so trifling about it? He said it was black people who called us about that Tuesday morning call.
Black people.
Here I am helping parents help their kids Tuesday morning 6 to 8. And y'all calling crackers on me for telling you how to solve the situation. You know why? Because the biggest problem in black America is we hate each other more than we hate racism. We hate each other more than we hate racism.
Man's going in, yo.
And then Negroes go around and say, oh, he's extreme. He's an extremist. He's a black identity extremist. The FBI got the Bibles in Paris, France when that came out. I'm laying in my hotel room about to go speak to the African brothers in Paris. I get the memo blast. I said, damn, that's me. I think everything happened to me right now is because of that. GoFundMe froze the money. We need proof. I gave him the bank statement. It's the bank manager. Call him. Go see him. We ain't touch a penny of the money. Go check yourself, crackers. They don't, oh, well, maybe not. See, the problem is so many of us in the black community hustle so much that when we find somebody who ain't a hustler, we can't possibly believe they real.
Come on.
Thank you. Thank you, boy. Talk about it, man.
I ain't had no problems with y'all until I start raising that money. I noticed that I had no problems until I start collecting some damn money for that school. Where the school at? Why he ain't got the school there? Where the business plan? You ain't even got a GED. How you gonna read a damn business plan? You notice how everybody's an expert on everything when it comes to me?
Sorry. Everybody know
They can
everything.
check my credentials, evaluate my business plan. So let me get this right.
You can't even write a business.
You can break down my school, but your child been going to one in the hood for 12 years, and you ain't asked that cracker nothing. But you got a million questions for Dr. Gifford.
Talk about it, bro.
Give me a break. Give me a break. Oh, he calls himself the listen, yes, and so do the people too. And if there's somebody more worthy of the title Prince of Pan-Africanism, call his damn name. If there's somebody more worthy who done more saving our kids from special ed and ADHD and jail, call his name. You ain't got no name. Name me a psychologist who has ever woken up every Tuesday for 5, 6, 7 years and gave free advice at no cost. Name me one. Name me one. Name me one. Before I was born or after. Every Negro with a YouTube channel making videos about it. And I don't know what the hell wrong with Sister Joyce Watkins. He done made 6 videos and ain't even been 6 days yet, Sister Scared. Hey! Every time I wake up, he got a new video. Damn, brother, what I do to you?
Right, man.
Damn, Sister Joyce.
Hey, he telling the truth, though, y'all. He's telling the truth.
I'll tell you how to beat hacker with Sister Joyce. I'm in Dayton, Ohio. Speaking at Central State University, I get a phone call. They said, Dr. Boyce Watkins is here. He invited you to come on over. There's a panel discussion. I said, all right, let me go. I go, meet, first time. We sit down, we eat, shake hands. Then I see him again in Boston, mass incarceration conference. See me again, sit down, break bread. Twice now, right? We meet at Boston conference. Guess what he does? He goes home, crawls under the bed with his laptop.
True that.
Right?
And gets on Facebook. Listen, he just saw me twice.
Right. Real man.
Gets on Facebook and says, does anybody know where Dr. Umar received his doctorate degree? You just was with me twice,
Why
brother.
you didn't ask? Yeah, exactly.
Why you didn't ask me where
That's
I got
right.
my...
That's right.
You gonna smile on my face and go crawl up under your bed. Stop laughing at your brother. And listen, I love my brother. I love them all. I know who my enemy is. I'm just making jest, but I do believe that sometimes when a brother going through something, even if you wishing that he don't make it through, as grandmama used to tell me back in North Philly, if you ain't got nothing good to say about
Keep
it,
your mouth shut.
don't say nothing.
That's it. That's it right there.
Brothers and sisters, the second law for my parents. After you stop telling all your business to the schools, don't go to no school meetings by yourself. Black mother, black father, grandparents, adoptive parents, foster parents. Don't you go to the school alone. I'm telling you, you better take some witnesses with you. One person at least. And the more people you bring, the easier your meeting gonna be. The more black faces around that table. In fact, get gangster on them. Next time you go to a meeting, show up by yourself. See it, but have John outside with a whole trailer full of weed boys, right? You see how many crackers they bring you in. Principal, intern, vice principal, school nurse, social worker, dean of students. Okay, we got about 8 crackers. Okay. One second.
Make a text.
John, 8. John coming in with 16 weed boys smelling like the latest vanilla blood. White beater, tattoo, 404 on the neck.
I love it.
Timberlands on. Swaggerlicious. You know, just sit around at the table and just stare at the white folks like that. Oh my God, we didn't know, Shaquita, that you were bringing so many people with you. Oh yeah, these are all my family right here. Oh my God, I didn't know you had such a large family. I have more. Would you like me? No. And then you tell John and them, don't talk, just sit there.
That's it.
Let them feel you for a minute.
Yes. Intimidation, boy.
And then you say, John, only time I want you to talk, because you don't really know how to talk. Only time I want you to... You say, John, only time I want you to talk is if they start ganging up on me. And if you see them ganging up on me, I want you to do one thing, John. Make a fist and bang it on the table one time. And when you do that, all the white folks gonna look at you. And then I want you to look at them and open your eyes as wide as you can. And say, I'm not feeling this at all. How much you want to bet there will be no more special ed conversations? There will be no Ritalin conversations or no ADHD conversations. Black woman, bring an alpha male with you. And black man, bring a feminine sister with you to balance off the energy. Because when a black father go into the schoolhouse by yourself, they start trying to say you bullying and threatening the white teacher. So you need a woman who can say, that is not what he did. You need the female to neutralize the female and the male to neutralize the male. That's how we got to do this. Don't go by yourself. They follow up every meeting with a letter. And stop underestimating the significance of a casual conversation outside the school. That principal told you he had a good day. He told you he had a good day the other day. He told you he had a good day. He got into a fight. Now they want to expel him. He's the worst kid in the school. But you just told me 4 times that my son had a good day. And I have the summary letters.
There you go.
I need y'all to understand something. If it's not on paper, it never happened. Stop talking on the phone to the teacher and start talking through that ink pen email. They should hear from you every time they say something to you. So when you go home, you sit it in the summary document. That's how you get it. And stop letting these charter schools in Atlanta make you think that they private schools. Charter schools by law are alternative public schools. They have to follow the same rules. I'm a former charter school principal. A charter school principal, just like a public school principal, cannot expel your child. We can only refer to the board of the charter school that your child be expelled. But they calling you up talking about you better come get him before we kick him out. Sorry, sir, I have a right to due process. The Constitution guarantees it. You have no power to expel my child. Only the board can do that. Listen! The worst curse for a black child is to have a parent who don't care and a teacher who couldn't care less.
Come on. That's good. That's good.
You only need one to make it. If your teacher cares and the parent don't, you make it. If the parent cares and the teacher don't, you make it. If they both care, you're definitely going to make it. But if you ain't got neither one in your corner. Listen, education is not about brain power. It's about soul power. Most of our kids go to school struggling because there's problems at the household that ain't being dealt with. How am I focus on math when my daddy beating my mommy up in front of me? I'm going to focus on reading when my uncle going up my skirt and my mommy know it and won't say nothing. Our kids got bigger fish to fry than learning about Christopher Columbus. It's a psychoacademic holocaust. White person called me up. I was on what's the big NPR? They called me up. You call it a psychoacademic holocaust. Don't you think that's a bit extreme? Hell no. Why not? I'll tell you why. Because if y'all don't make sure our kids got those academics, it's going to lead to a holocaust. 1 out of 4 black boys in prison. 2 out of 4 referred for special ed. 3 out of 4 under some sort of psychiatric medication. What would happen in America if only 1 white boy out of 4 graduated? They would stop the whole system until they found out what's wrong with it. But we've been at a 25% black male graduation rate for over 20 years, and ain't nobody saying nothing about it. And y'all Negroes said just go vote for Obama. Remember that? Obama. The hell Obama do for black? I just came from Chicago 2 days ago. They in Chicago saying, what did Obama do for us? And some of y'all saying, come on, Doc. He can't just be president for us. Okay, brother. Then why was he president just for gay people then? Obama made laws just for gay people, not for America. I'm not homosexual. He made laws for them. When those Latins came to Obama, those immigrants, he passed everything they wanted, gave them a Supreme Court justice. So let me get this right. It's okay to give gay people laws of their own. White women laws of their own. Immigrants laws of their own. But when it comes to black folks, it got to be for everybody.
Yep.
You Negroes is stuck in a multicultural madness. Your problem is you feel like you got to love everybody in order to be loyal to God. And in loving everybody, you fail to realize you ain't showing no loyalty to yourselves. Have you realized we ain't got a single organization in this country that's just for us? Except the grassroots. You got Shrine of the Black Madonna, Nation of Islam, Garvey, the Hebrews, the Moors. You got some. But when you're dealing with mainstream above ground movements, you can't give me one that's just for black folks. NAACP is for everybody. The Urban League is for everybody. I love the Black Greek fraternities and sororities, but every last one of y'all for everybody. Who the hell we got? Chinese got special interests. Arab got special interest groups. Latinos got special interest groups. And the Negroes got to be hands across America. You don't learn from your history. Remember, we had a Jewish black coalition back in the 20s. They got everything from you and then ignored you. In fact, they started the NAACP so you could do all the fighting, but they get all the rewards. You used to have a Latino coalition back in the 70s. The Latinos pushed you out front, used you, and now they don't know you no more. And everywhere I go, I got a Negro talking about we need to build coalitions. How about organizing yourself first before you try to organize with another group? Marcus Garvey said, any group that is not well organized will be at the mercy of those groups that are.
Real talk.
Oh, he's anti. I'm not anti a damn thing. I'm for my own. And I ain't apologizing for it either. And that's why we say unapologetically African.
Apologize.
They called me up talking about something. We want you to be part of a Boys of Color task force. I said, what the hell is Boys of Color? A Boys of Color task force. What the hell is that? Well, you know, all of the oppressed. Damn that. Well, you know, there's white boy. Yeah, I know. But that white boy can get a haircut and join the power structure. Black men can never do that. Black poverty and white poverty are not the same. Because no matter how low a white person is, they have access to power and you don't. Let me give you an example. You walk out of here tonight, you piss off a white person. They broke. You worth more than them, you got more education than them. But because you made that white person upset, they have no power of their own. But his cousin is your boss. His wife is your landlord. His nephew is your attorney. His cousin is your accountant. His grandfather is your son's judge at that trial next week for murder.
Wow.
Even though that white person ain't got no power, they got access to it. Don't you ever think a white person is powerless. One of the reasons they gave poor white people Donald Trump is because poor white uneducated folks thought they lost something with Obama. So you got to understand, poor white people, which is the bulk of America, the only thing that they have to look forward to is their white privilege over you. And when they put Obama in that office, that hurt poor white people's self-esteem because all they had was a white privilege card. They cried so much, the white man said, okay, here's Donald. And then right after Donald got inaugurated, the white women had a march the next day. I called it on the interview. I said, y'all want to know why the white women marching? Now, mind you, most of the women marching voted for Trump. So this is a fraud. The march is to usher in female and feminine issues as the predominant minority issue under the Trump administration. As under Obama, it was LGBTQIOP. Now, women might say, well, Doc, what's wrong with women getting attention? The white women going to get the attention, not y'all. Okay? We've had 2 little black girls commit suicide this month as a result of bullying in the school. I ain't see a feminist or lesbian organization yet speak about those black girls. When Sandra Bland was choked out in Texas, I ain't see a feminist group or LGBT speak for her yet. And they want to get mad at me because I'm only speaking for black folks, talking about you dividing America. You damn cracker, we've been divided. The hell you talking about? Black black people only control 1% of the wealth in this country. We've been divided. Overrepresented amongst the armed forces. We only 12% of the population, but 70% of the frontline troops in the Gulf War in Afghanistan. That's genocide.
That's crazy.
And black men, I'm telling y'all now, you jungle fever Negroes, y'all better chill out. In fact, I think it was black men married to white women who was the main people calling the State Board of Psychology. They probably going to testify against me. Yeah, he said that it's not good for black men to gay. Damn white woman. What you want a white woman for? I'll work with white women. I ain't going to disrespect them. I'll speak to them. I'm not going to lay with them. Ain't nothing cute about her. Not from an African perspective. Y'all, no shake having. Can't cook. Ain't got enough melanin and collagen in her skin. So after 40 years old, she's gonna look 60. I know how it got. Is that your mother? That's my wife. My God. The hell you doing with 3 chins at 38? And because everybody know me now, it's funny. I'm walking Atlanta airport yesterday, right? Because you know y'all multicultural central. So I'm coming down the airport, going to baggage claim. Brother walking this way with his white wife. And you know you have the, what they call those things where you can stand on one and they move you? What they call those? That's still the escalator even if it ain't going up and down. Segway. Okay, I'm on a damn Segway. And the black man see me coming. Oh, shit. That's what he does. He walks on this side of the Segway and left his nasty white girl on that side of the Segway. So I wouldn't know they was together. You punk ass dude. He left her on that side. So Doc, listen, if you feel that uncomfortable, then you know you shouldn't be doing it. Mixing our DNA with theirs. You don't know who in her bloodline. She might be a great-great-granddaughter of the founder of the KKK. You might be a great-great-great-grandnephew of Nat Turner. How the hell that DNA gonna work out? You mixing whole generations here. It ain't just about you. You gotta do an assessment on people. They these white folks. Demon worship, all kind of stuff they do. I learned something new in New York. She said the brothers, the white guys all get in the pool together and take care of each other together in the sauna. I said, this is crazy. And y'all want to marry him. Past 5 years, 2 states in America passed anti-zoophilia laws.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
You ain't got to believe me. Do your research. Why they passing zoophilia laws?
Wow, that's wow.
Forbidding people to lay with animals. Don't believe me. Do your research.
That's crazy.
They got a rising epidemic of humans being with animals.
Yep, it's out there.
And you wonder why they say the dog is the man's best friend. That's his damn boyfriend, Queen Mother. Why do you think they messed Michael Vick up career? They let him out because he had it going on. Killed them dogs. They said, oh, hell no, that's my man. It's a good piece of skin. They teach you how to sit at the table, how to wash dishes. Y'all be seeing them. They got fashion shows for dogs. The dog get in the bed with them. Y'all see them, they sleep with the dogs. Oh, damn dog in my bed. I remember I used to have a little puppy. I come outside to go to work one day. Little white boy lived next door. He tonguing my puppy. And you got black women in Atlanta talking about I want to explore my options. Are you aware that there was no gonorrhea or chlamydia in Africa? Do your research, medical students. There was no gonorrhea or chlamydia in Africa. It was introduced on the slave ships when they started having sex with our women and men. And some theories suggest that the chlamydia and the gonorrhea was born from human contact with animals.
Damn.
They never gave you that in history class. See, the white man want to study everybody but himself. Have you noticed that? Every time you say something, we've done studies. ADHD, we've done studies. Homosexuality, we've isolated the gene. Where is it? We're working. We need more donations.
True.
Damn studies! Listen, y'all. You know why they tell you the research says? According to the studies say? Because people who don't know will believe something if it sounds scientific.
Yep.
So whenever they want black people to believe some lies, they will simply say, research has said. But let me tell y'all something about research. All of the research never agrees on the same conclusion. Just like they got research that supports it, there's research that don't. And who decides which research gets published? The people paying for it. You can never have science with capitalism because science is based on truth and capitalism is based on money. And when there's money to be made, the truth will never be allowed to stand in the way. Look at all these black kids with autism. You know why we got this autism boom? In Atlanta, y'all need to be careful because y'all down here with the Center for Disease Control. I believe that y'all got experiments going on in Atlanta that y'all don't even know about.
Damn. Real talk.
Those Atlanta child murders, there's more to it than that brother locked up. They say Atlanta, the gayest black city. There's reasons for that. Research is being done here on y'all. I hope you're not drinking none of that water. Damn that. Black man, be careful. They got gay Kool-Aid in the damn punch. Have you all that skinny jeans in them. Slow down, brothers. Slavery in Libya. Everybody hype over slavery in Libya. It's wrong. But I got a question for you. Why the white man exposing slavery in Libya, but he ain't exposing it in Saudi Arabia? Why he exposed slavery in Libya, but he didn't expose it in Kuwait? Why he exposing slavery in Saudi Arabia, but he didn't expose it in Kemet, Egypt? Why only one country when there's over 15 practicing it? I know why. Because the other 14 are allies of the United States. And since Saudi Arabia and Kuwait are allies, we're not going to talk about their slave trading of African people. But because Libya won't do what we tell them to do. How the hell a white man going to talk about slavery when he even ran the biggest slave racket of all time?
Real talk.
And then keep telling you can't talk about it because black people participated in it. Can't talk about it because black people participated in it. Oh, really? Well, why the Jews talking about this? Because last time I checked, Adolf Hitler's Holocaust was financed by Wall Street from Jewish bankers. So if we can't talk about our slavery because a couple African kings was in it, Jews can't talk either because that Holocaust was financed by their own kind. In fact, there's a theory that said Adolf Hitler never committed suicide. When the Allies came in to bomb the heart of Berlin, it was Jewish bankers who escorted his ass out and saved him. Parents, I bought a lot of gifts for Christmas, but I hope it was some books under that tree. Because when I go to Mama Nia's bookstore, Madu bookstores in Greenbrier Mall tomorrow, she shouldn't have no books left.
Right.
Because with all the black folks in Atlanta and all the black kids whose working vocabulary is 2 grades beneath their class standing, let me say it again. The average black child in the United States has a working vocabulary level 2 grades beneath their class standing. So your daughter's in 8th grade, but she talks like a 6th grader. Your son's a 6th grader, he talks like a 3rd grader. But you was buying sneakers instead of books. Video games instead of dictionaries. Hair instead of thesaurus. And black woman, you got to slow down on the hair, sisters. Don't No, listen to me. I was in China last spring. I'll be going back to China January the 10th for my second tour of China and Japan because there's black folks everywhere. And you know what I found out while I'm over there? The hair that they sell you, they're not allowed to use it in China and Japan. It's too toxic. So they sending you filth. And let me see you. And so some of y'all sisters gonna say, well, that's okay, I don't use synthetic. You say I don't use synthetic. You say I use human hair from East India. But I got something to tell you about human hair from East India. Listen to me, black woman. Let me tell you why there's so much East Indian human hair for sale. In traditional Indian spirituality, which our ancestors took to them from Kenny, they believe that at least annually you are supposed to purge your soul of any negativity. And in the purging and fasting and cleansing process, the Indian women shave their heads bald and cut off the dead hair, which they believe contains all the impurity of the soul, and they sent it to Atlanta, Georgia. And you are putting the spiritual waste of East Indian women on your God altar. What's wrong with you, black man? I'm not berating you, so I don't want no perm sister to leave. Sit down. I still love you. We grew up at a time where that's what we believed. You was raised by parents and community. You got to look like them to be attractive. I'm not knocking you. And plus, by now, some of you have accrued so much scalp damage that you got to stay covered up into the new growth back. And I'm not making fun of you. You got to fix that scalp. And black man, you need to help her fix that scalp because you're the reason she scalped out.
Yep.
The black woman is trying to look like that when she feels the black man wants to be. And the truth of the matter is, my shea butter hotep and black man, you talk that black talk, but you don't really want a nappy natural head sister. That's right. You want the body of an African, but you want the phenotype of a European. That's why Kim Kardashian's so famous with you, Negro. Because she got the body of an African, but the phenotype of the European. You want the best of both worlds. And black women, stop with the liposuction and the gastric bypass to get all teeny. Some of y'all don't look cute teeny. The only sisters who look cute teeny are the ones who are meant to be teeny. And you know how they was meant to be teeny? Because they got a teeny body with a teeny head. The head gotta match the body. There is no gastric bypass for your damn skull.
So like, bro.
So when you see a 98-pound sister with a 200-pound head, that was a gastro accident. It don't even look right. It look like a black lollipop. Stay your size and love. If you need to slim down a little, you slim down a little, but don't alter your figure. You know how many gorgeous sisters I grew up with? I mean, gorgeous. Got that surgery. And I'm looking like you ain't cute no more. You ain't a white woman. Stop trying to be her. You trying to get into her clothes and she trying to get into yours. Ain't that something? She getting butt shots, breast shots, lip shots. And what the hell they do to my sister, Little Kim? She was a gorgeous sister. Now they got her looking like the lion woman. That ain't fair. So I love some Little Kim, the original Little Kim with Junior Mafia. Fine little midget, little queen. The hell she go through that for? Talking about some slavery in Libya. And you know what's so sad? The reason so many Africans get caught up in that slave trafficking in Northern Africa because they're trying to escape from the continent into Europe. When I was in Austria, when I was in Holland, even in UK and France, I'm listening to the stories of black folk who risked their lives to get into Europe. Some of them would make man-made boats, and they would get up to Morocco and Libya, and they would make a man-made boat and paddle with their hands and with wood to get over to Italy and Portugal and these places just to try to get a better life. And then the African Union is saying, we're going to have a special meeting to deal with the slavery. Y'all some hypocrites. Y'all been knew they was trading out people. And some of y'all look the other way. Y'all knew that trade ain't never stopped. The Arabs ain't never stopped the slave trade. And that's why when we have the reparations conversation, one of my big questions for the reparation leaders, not all of them, but some, when I look at the list of guilty parties, I see no North African states listed. I see no Middle Eastern governments listed. How are you going to talk about reparations for slavery when the people who've been doing it the longest are not even implicated in the lawsuit? Reparations? Yeah, we entitled to reparations, but I got news for y'all. I know I tend to be the dissenting voice amongst the black scholars in America, and guess what? I'm fine with that. I'm at peace with that, brothers and sisters. And my issue with reparations, folks, is I want to know why we're looking for money to come into the community when we can't even track the dollars that's already there.
Yep.
If the government said I'm going to give every black person $2.5 million for reparations, what would y'all Negroes be doing tomorrow?
Give it back to him.
Could you imagine?
Give it back to him.
Could you imagine a black community where everyone got $2.5 million?
Give it right back.
You gonna go get you a Benz, some red bottoms, hair, Jordans. And see, I can't wear no Air Jordan because I refuse to wear the sneaker of a black man married to a white woman. I've only owned one pair of Jordans my whole life, only wore them twice and gave them away in Africa. Won't buy another pair. Can't wear the sneaker of a black man married to a white woman. It's not good. But brothers and sisters, when we talk about this reparation piece, we got to build a system of economic recirculation to trap the money we got before you start asking for more. Because if you got paid today, the weed man would be richer tomorrow. Could you imagine what the Chinese stop and go and do if they found out you got $2.5 million? They're going to restock on the weed paper and Black and Miles. They're going to get 2 pounds of chicken wings. 25 bottles of ketchup. 2.5 million canned sodas. Shut your mouth, Elder! And y'all keep eating them chicken wings, you know that ain't no real meat. Chinese chicken don't taste like no other chicken you ate. You see how chewy the meat, you can blow bubbles with that chicken. Damn chicken come out, don't even look like a wing. Chinese wings don't look like wings, do they? Look like fingers, thumbs, toes, Achilles heels, tendons. You don't never let other people feed your kids like that. I told y'all before, you heard it from me first, one day it's going to come out. The Food and Drug Administration of America is paying these Chinese stop and goes to put chemicals in the oil that they cook in your food. I promise you it'll come out. I promise you it'll come out. Why do you think they never get inspected for dirty restaurants? When the last time you see license and inspection outside of a Chinese restaurant in Atlanta? I ain't never seen L&I. But they be at Soul Veg every day. Your fire alarm ain't working this week. Your bathroom too small. The door too low. Have you ever seen the door in the Chinese restaurant? They crawl under the damn door to get in. With a damn bulletproof glass that's 20 inches wide for some dirty wings. Nobody trying to rob you. Black people talk about we broke. But you got Chinese in China buying one-way tickets to Atlanta to open and stop and go, but you broke. You broke, but you got East Indians coming to Atlanta buying up hotels like it's going out of style. I don't know if y'all been paying attention, but every culture in America is looking to corner a particular enterprise. The East Indians are taking over the hotels. The Jews got the best. The Chinese got dirty corner food. Arabs are getting the gas stations. What the hell are you going to corner? Except being on it, the corner. Brothers and sisters, we got to have an intellectual insurrection before we have any other type of revolution. I know y'all don't want to hear this. Because everywhere I go, Dr. Umar, you got 700 grand. The best you can do is a school. We need an army. Guess what? Stop clapping. If you arm 1 million black men right now in America, in 2 weeks, you will not be fighting for them. You will be fighting each other.
That's right.
And do you want to know why, black men? Because we have a problem. The ego of the Negro is black America's Achilles heel. The black man is a white male in blackface. And because we don't have no respect for one another, we feel that we should automatically be inaugurated the leader of us all. Because you don't think no black person is good enough to give you no voice. You don't think no black person is wise enough to hold you accountable for your political and economic behavior. Why do you think you got 1 million churches in Atlanta? It ain't got nothing to do with Jesus. It has to do with ego. See, when a young pastor turns 25, he want to give some sermons. But the old pastor says, no, son, I built this church with my 2 hands, and I'm going to stay in this pulpit until I die. And a young pastor says, but come on, Papa, let me get a little bit of this. I got some stuff to say. No, sir. So the young pastor gets upset. He leaves that church and do what? Go start his own. And guess what? When he turns 60, he's going to do to the next brother the same thing that he ran away from. I'm going to tell y'all right now, Dr. Umar Johnson is a hypocrite worthy of expungement. If another young brother comes up and he can do what I can do and do it better, and I don't take him under my wing and help him be better than me, because we only get better if we make the next generation better. We're supposed to get better. We're supposed to get better. Malcolm X supposed to be a little better than Garvey. If he ain't, we got problems. Stokely Carmichael's supposed to be a little better than Malcolm. If he ain't, we got problems. Umar Johnson's supposed to be a little better than Stokely. If I ain't, we got problems. And your son's supposed to be a little better than me. And when he's better than me, I'm supposed to applaud him, hug him, and back him up. And if I cannot do that, I'm an enemy of the people. I think the Bible says it best. No man can serve 2 masters. You will either serve your ego or serve the people. You must kill your ego to save the people, or you will kill the people by saving your ego.
That's good.
Brothers and sisters, I know we're spiritual people, but I think we rely on God too much. I'm going to say it again. You don't understand the science of prayer and spirituality.
Oh, yeah.
We pray for things we can do ourselves. And you wonder why those prayers don't get answered. My God, supreme consciousness, by whatever name you call it, don't respond to weakness in any form. God only responds to strength. So if you're praying to God for better schools while you buying bikes, you praying to God for a safer neighborhood when you got the means to employ these unemployed brothers out here killing each other out of the stress of unemployment. God ain't answering that because you already have the wherewithal to deliver that need yourself. God only responds to that which you cannot do yourself.
Precisely.
And that's why Black America's stuck where we are, because we keep on asking for things we can do ourselves, but we too lazy. You know what the definition of a child is? A child is somebody who never spends their money on what it needs to be spent on. They spend their money on what they want it to be spent on. And that's the problem with Black America. I'm not calling us children. I'm saying that we are very childlike in our responsibilities. You $1 trillion people? You're the richest group of Africans on earth? You only 40 to 50, and you are the rich. There's over 200 million Nigerians. 40 million blacks got more money than the blacks in almost any country in Africa. Definitely the Caribbean, definitely Central and South America, and you sitting here talking about what you don't need to do. You know why we still where we at since the 60s? Because you ain't willing to sacrifice financially for your liberation. You march, you vote, you protest, you scream, but you ain't paying for freedom. And you need to understand that your freedom, more than anyone else's freedom, will not be free. And do you know why yours will be more expensive than the white man's? Your freedom will be more expensive than the one the Chinese had to pay for. Your freedom will be more expensive than the price the Vietnamese needed to have to pay for it. The reason your freedom is going to be so expensive is because you getting free is going to cause a lot of other people who don't look like you to be broke. Too many people are dependent upon black failure for their success. Do you know how much money the white man stands to lose if all these black men stop going to jail? Do you know how much money Chinese stand to lose if we start sitting down, making dinner and eating it as a family like we used to do? Do you know how much other people stand to lose if you get your act together?
Real talk. Basic talk. Real talk.
It's written in the stars that we coming back. We just got to decide, are we going to be the generation to put us back or not? Because I'm tired of us sitting around waiting for leaders to save us. Yes, we need leaders, but we don't need isolated egos. We need teams of leaders that include men, women, youth, and eldership. And we don't throw the elders away. They stay there for counsel. They stay there for training. They stay there for mentorship. In fact, when an elder is no longer out front, that's when he's most dangerous. The reason you put a youth out front is because the young ones got the charisma. The young ones are fearless.
Courage.
Ain't nobody 70 looking to go to jail.
Right.
But they can still have a role in the struggle as an advisor.
That's right.
But I'll go to jail. My brothers will go to jail. We'll face the bullet, but not the elder, nor should we want them to. We don't need to kill that type of wisdom. An elder carries their experience, their parents' experience, at least one grandparent's experience. What the hell I want a 70-year-old fighting on the front lines, because when he died, we lose a century worth of information. You feel me, Baba? We lose a century worth of information. Don't want my elders dying. You got stuff to teach me. And black women, I urge y'all to get y'all situation together amongst yourselves. Because there is a pettiness amongst black women. Woo! 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 Good God Almighty. Don't get me wrong. I just told you about Sister Joyce, right? Yeah. But check it out. A couple of years from now, hopefully soon, me and Sister Joyce gonna shake hands. He's going to agree to keep my name out of his mouth. And I'm gonna let him crawl back up under his bed. And life gonna go on. See, when black men have issues with black men, we have natural term limits on our beef.
That's true.
Brothers know what I'm talking about, don't you?
Yeah.
If he took my girl back in college,
They can never let it go.
I couldn't stand him in college for taking my girl, but now I'm 40, he 40, that was 20 years ago. He might even be married to her now. But we got a term limit. I'm going to see him, he going to see me, we going to shake hands, we ain't going to even speak on what happened.
That's right.
We starting new. Black men got issues, but we got term limits.
Women are emotional.
Not black women.
You know.
Y'all don't limit a damn thing. That woman took your boyfriend in 3rd grade. Y'all 75 now and you ready to scrap her ass, man.
So get them hands.
Y'all know what I'm talking about. So when a black woman walk in the room, the sister checking her out, looking at her, and don't let a sister walk in the room with her man in a room full of sisters who ain't got their man with them. Good God Almighty. Star Wars. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Because every sister who came in here with a man at night, the first thing she do is she does a quick surveillance of the entire audience. For cuties with booties that she know he wants to booty in. She scanned his whole audience in 30 seconds. And the whole time she can't even listen to Dr. Umar's message because she over there looking at her. Making sure them eyes don't cut. And black woman, you gotta respect another woman enough to not prance around her man at the same time. Because some of y'all can be some seductresses. Stop the seductresses stuff. You know that's a man. Respect it. Because you get a kick out of her insecurity. Don't do that. Don't do that. Insist that if he go for it, get up and leave his ass with him. See, black woman, you got to stop all this begging you. No, please, John. I've been with you for 30. That's why my next book, the sisters book, I'm going to finish when I'm in China. Because I got to talk to y'all sisters. When you're dealing with a man, you got to come from a position of power, not pleading. Everyone's begging him to stop cheating. Please, Messiah, please. That don't work. Take the emotion out. I know you're emotional, but when you're dealing with us, cut the emotion. Sit him down at the table and say, we got to talk business.
Real talk.
I'm going to give you one more time, brother, to get your act together. Smile at his ass.
It
I'm
is
saying
you.
right now, you want to scare us? Smile when you're angry. I saw you like you didn't you know good. See, when he ain't doing what he's supposed to do, you know what you're supposed to do, sister? Move out for a week. And he ain't supposed to know where you at. See, cheating hurts us more than it can ever hurt y'all. Y'all don't know this. Now, you not cheating. You with your cousin, you with your girlfriend. You taking a week to rediscover yourself. And he's texting you, where are you? Don't you answer? See, that's why y'all mess up. You get weak. Oh, he is my baby. That's that weakness. You text him back, it's over. You don't text him back, you come back next week. Buy a new outfit, get your hair done, walking in sexy.
Killer right there.
How you doing? You want to go get something to eat? I'm treating. That's how you handle him. Because if it's one thing a black man can't stand is when he ain't got no control over that queen. Oh. And when you start asking him questions, don't answer no questions. Where was you at? No concern of yours, bro. You coming back, oh, you know, you seem like you're born again, son. Oh, hell yeah. And I'm going to get reborn again. If you don't cut it out. But ladies, it's rules to the game. And fellas, we got to understand something. Yes, you got to get your hustle. Men are driven by ambition. We can provide. But I don't care how good of a provider you are. If you don't nurture that queen, if you don't take time to nurture her spiritually, emotionally, and psychologically, then that becomes the breeding ground for infidelity.
True.
Because no matter how much money you bring home, it cannot replace quality time. And if you're one of them brothers who's going to have more than one wife, be honest up front. Let her decide if she wants to participate in plural marriage. You got a right to be for it, but she got a right to be against it. Let her make a decision. Because there's too many brothers manipulating sisters into plural marriage without their permission. No sister should come home and find her co-wife pregnant on sitting on the chair. You got to give her informed consent. Who knows? She might be for it. Let her choose her co-wife. Choose a co-wife, sister. Go get one of them sisters you know throw down. A mean sister. Go get a feminist for her. You won't want no second wife. As we prepare to wrap up, a couple of things. Number one, we're going back to Africa this summer. And I think I'm going to revisit the tour we took 2 years ago, which was Senegal and South Africa. If you've never been to Gorée Island, Senegal, the closest slave dungeon in Africa to the United States, you'll get a chance to go with me this summer. If you've never been to Shaka Zulu's gravesite, if you've never been to the place where they made the Shaka Zulu movie, if you've never been to Nelson and Winnie Mandela's home, go with us and learn about that. South Africa is a great country with a rich history. They're the most like us, rich and crazy. But there's good brothers down there, and they revolutionary, good sisters down there, they're revolutionary. And I'm going to set it up because they want me to do some speaking engagements. So I'm going to set it up where there will be some lectures in the evening because I want you to see how I interact with them in comparison to how I interact with you. It's the same energy. You're going to see we all want people. And then we're going to go to Senegal and study that great history. And Gorée Island is where my spiritual epiphany took place, so I like to go back. Last week in July 2005, I went in there, poured some libation, went back to my hotel room, and the ancestors jumped me in broad daylight. I was fine. Scared the heaven out of me. I came back to America, shook, sweating, crazy, looking for spiritual guidance. I'm like, yo, something happened in my room the other night. And they said, your ancestors were so happy you finally acknowledged them, that they all greeted you at one time. Yeah. Next thing you know, I end up at Nat Turner Lane in Virginia. And you guys are invited. There's going to be a Black History program at the Nat Turner Lane. I think February the 12th. You can text me to confirm the date. But if you've never been to Nat Turner Lane, this is the most powerful, courageous Black revolutionary in American history. You need to come on down. And if you can't come when we there, you can go anytime. Elder Khalifa lives there. He lives there, but he's an elder. So get your tour in now. Sometimes we wait too long, and then the elders are gone, and you can't drink from that wisdom. So go while he's with us. Give him his flowers alive. And he ain't going nowhere for a long time, but just give him his flowers while he's alive. But if you want to go with me to Senegal and South Africa, last week of July, first week in August, they're always the same time. $4,500, everything included except one meal and your spending money. 1 meal a day and your spending money. We go on a safari, you get to see some elephants and some lions and stuff. 14 days, 14 nights. 7 in Senegal, 7 in South Africa. We go all over too. Pretoria, Johannesburg, Soweto.
You get on that.
Y'all gonna get a kick out of people calling me on the street in Africa. They're like, Doc. But it's fun, y'all. And we have fun. We go clubbing. There's clubs over there, African music clubs. They dance, though. That's where you get your jig from.
That's right. That's right.
Right.
And guess what, sister? You get your weed done over there because they weeded out too.
Real talk.
For all my brothers who do polygamy, you can have all the wives you want. Her father going to tell you up front, If it ain't no finance,
Take care of.
we'll be going over there talking about something. I'm the oils and incense brother. Father ain't gonna have that. You gotta go through him, 2 grandpops, 12 uncles, 8 cousins. That cookie jar screwed on tight. For those of you who got the children, we're going to do the Black College and Consciousness Tour for the young folks, 11 to 17, boys and girls. That's the first 2 weeks in July. So July, trip month. We're going to take them where? Malcolm and Betty Shabazz in Harlem. Apollo Theater, 125th in Harlem. Ferncliff Cemetery, so we can do what? Visit the grave of Malcolm and Betty, Dr. Khalid, Dr. Ben, Paul Robeson, James Baldwin, young Malcolm X. They're all in the same cemetery. I think Zora Neale Hurston is there too, I think. Now, y'all got 2 greats not too far from y'all. Because right here in Atlanta, I went the last time I was here, Bishop Henry McNeil Turner is buried 10 minutes from where you're sitting at. Who is he? This is the black man who was the first black man to say God was black. He's one of the grandfathers of Pan-Africanism. He was a bishop of the African Methodist Episcopal Church who was responsible for putting AME in Africa. This is one of the first black men elected to office during Reconstruction. He is the first chaplain, black chaplain in the U.S. Army, and he's the man who stood up in state legislature of Georgia and called the U.S. flag a stinking dirty rag. And the Honorable Elijah Muhammad was a student of his at his school in Georgia. And if you ain't been to his grave, and guess who's a couple feet from him? Mama King and Daddy King. Same cemetery, brothers and sisters. You got to visit the cemetery and collect that ashe. I never miss an opportunity to visit an ancestor's grave because you don't know what blessing waiting for you right there. See, we talk about the Netters, and we talk about the Orisha, and we talk about the Abusum, and we talk about the Loas and the angels, but what y'all fail to realize is that ancestor energy. That ancestor energy might be 1,000,000 times powerful than any individual deity. Get to know the blood that bore you first. Brothers and sisters, January the 8th, they're bringing me before the State Board of Psychology. I don't know what the hell for and what the hell why, but I'm going to ask y'all to keep me in your prayers. Hopefully we'll come out a victor in this situation. And even if they take the suit, the way I see it, brothers and sisters, even if they ban me from getting my license, the way I see it, if Nat Turner could be hanged for your freedom, if Dr. King can be assassinated for your freedom, if Malcolm could be murdered for your freedom, if Harriet Tubman had to work day in and day out for your freedom, if Ida B. Wells had to look over her shoulder every day for your freedom, then what the hell is a piece of white man paper for you? I'm not quitting, black man. I'm not quitting, black woman. 3 years ago, I said I got the school built and I'm going to build it. And we're going to see it in January. Rain, sleet, snow, or shine, WP and FDMG. I don't know how long it's going to take for us to get free, but we're going to get free. I don't know how we're going to get free, but I know we're going to get free. I don't know who's going to help us get the freedom, but I know we're going to get that freedom, or at least we're going to die trying. Atlanta, 2017, Dr. Umar Johnson. I love you all. Black Power family. Black Power. Make sure you support the vendors tonight, brothers and sisters. We got t-shirts, hoodies. We got RBG tees over here. They got some bad RBG clothing. We got my family from Power and One. You see they stuff hanging up over here, and they got more on the table. Back there, we got my brother from Black Guns Matter. I know you want to rock that shirt to work tomorrow. We got sister in the back with food. We got Queen Mother Moja in the back raising money for her African products. We got the other queen back there with that blessings oil that I love so much. I bought all of them tonight. We got brother overhead. He got the jewelry, the chains. Y'all see it right there. Lift that up again, my brother. You got to get your African medallion right there, handmade. Before you leave, I got one request. Because y'all just made white folks, Chinese, Arabs, and Asians rich last week. Go to one of these vendors at least. Find one. Find one vendor. You only got 8? Find one and go and purchase something from that one.
That's right.
Do that for our ancestors. Do it for our brothers and sisters. They have families that they're supporting. They are independent businesses, all of them. Find at least one vendor before you leave and go and purchase one thing from that vendor. My table is directly back there. I have unapologetically African t-shirts, white. Unapologetically African hoodies, white. I have I Love Dr. Umar hoodies for the queens. Purple, pink, turquoise, black. Brothers, you cannot wear that. No homo. I have books, and make sure you get your red, black, and green Marcus Garvey flag. And I believe I speak for all the vendors here tonight when I say we all accept credit cards. Make sure you show love. Put your hands together, Atlanta. What we're going to do now is I need 2 lines. This line is going to be female. This line is going to be male. Leave that center kind of open for me. My brother going to help me regulate. Males over there, ladies over here. If you're a couple, you choose what side you want to be on because you're both male and female. Hopefully. Thank you, Queen. Straight lines, y'all. Brothers over here, sisters over there. No jumping, no skipping. If we taking a picture, have your phone ready. If we taking a picture, have your phone ready. If I'm signing a book, have the book out the plastic. The person behind you going to take your picture, so make sure they know how to use your phone. The person behind you going to take your picture, so make sure they know how to use your phone. Black power, I'm going to drink some water and start signing and snapping. Oh, that's what
so it was a pretty good meeting, man. Umar laid it down. Kind of cleared up a lot of things. A lot of y'all who be hating on Umar, he is a good brother. I know he's a very controversial brother, man, but he's a good dude who's doing the good work for the people, right? You know, I think too much in the black community, we try to hold so many people to a higher standard than we hold everybody else. Not to say he's without criticism, because everybody is down with criticism. What's up, brother? But, you know what I'm saying, we get ridiculous with some of the stuff we be doing. My thing is, if you don't really rock with him, then don't rock with him. If you rock with him, then rock with him. As you can see, it was a packed out show tonight. Hold on, let me turn the camera around. Despite all the negativity that we hear about Umar and all the black people trying to bring him down, almost every event he goes to be sold out. It be packed. It be standing room only. They had to bring in extra chairs from the back. Because people, a lot of real people know. You know what I'm saying? He not trying to be the one single leader of black people. He's trying to be a leader of black people. But his main thing, he's fighting for black boys. You know what I'm saying? You know. And like I said, I don't agree with everything he does and says, but I don't have to. Is the work he's doing important? That's my thing, right? And it is. I was telling my friend today, Martin Luther King. A lot of people don't know that Martin Luther King, a lot of the black preachers didn't rock with Martin Luther King. They wouldn't let him come to their church because they felt like he was speaking too black. They wouldn't let him come to their church. I mean, a lot of preachers rock with him, right? But in a perspective of the grand scheme of things, it was more preachers who didn't rock with him than did. Malcolm X the same way. Black people killed him. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta stop this, man. Help that man build his school. For real, man. Help that man work. If you ain't rocking with him, don't rock with him. Don't kill the movement. But anyway, he's a good brother, man. There's some beautiful black people here tonight. I got me and my dad. It's pretty dope. You know what I'm saying? Y'all see that? Hey. I'm gonna go holler at Umar in a minute, man. He was posting out here and do some things, but he be so busy. I'm gonna wait everybody get out the way. You know, but as you heard tonight, man, y'all support the man, but it ain't about supporting him. It's about supporting the black people. You know what I'm saying? Make sure we practicing group economics, right? It's what's the it's Kwanzaa Day. I think it's Ujima or whatever. But look at the principles of Kwanzaa and practice those things every day, man. You know, we'll let y'all see what's going on. Hold on, let me turn the camera around again. Hold on. I thought I turned it. Let's look at all these beautiful black people in support of our brother. If y'all keep looking at the internet, you'll think everybody hate Dr. Umar. Look at everybody in line just to shake his hand. Nah, I ain't with him. His people up there, man. You got some people outside.
You got people out there?
You got people outside. What you trying to get?
Well, email them, man. I can get them some bread. I'm trying to
Let him know, man. I mean, I can get his attention. I'm supposed to talk to him, but I'm gonna wait to talk to him after because everybody's trying to get their pictures and stuff.
Right. I mean,
You know. But see the brother with the behind him over there. What's all right, brother? All right, man. Whisper to the man here back there, let him know what he's trying to do. He'll let him know. Yeah, you know that's important right there. He'll let him know. Yeah, he'll let him know. Or slip him a note or something. You know what I'm saying? He'll get with it.
I sent him a text, but I don't know if it's going to the right people.
Yeah, but you know he be so busy, man. Like with all the stuff that's going on, he probably got this. You know what I'm saying?
I'm like, I'm talking millions.
Yeah, you sleeping with them. Write them notes. Like, look, I'm gonna talk to you. I got some money for you or something. You know what I'm saying? You can with it. You know. Yeah. Well, yeah, don't leave, man, because he definitely, you know what I'm saying? He definitely needs that, man. You know? He needs it. Brother Bob, what's up, man? I got your email, man. Yeah, well, you know.
I know I got some kinfolk for you, man.
Okay.
This sister man came down from California.
Yeah.
And they said if there's any Whitfield, like in Georgia,
Yeah.
they related to him.
Oh, I'm here, man.
I said, I know one of your relatives. And I looked up in my phone and I found you.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to link you up with him.
Okay.
All right. How you been, man?
Been all right, man.
Yeah, I talked to Sydney today.
Test. If y'all need to reach me, take your phone
What was
out.
the last name?
I thought he
Take your
was
phone
going to
out.
link
My
you
cell
up
number
with
is, I'm going to give it to you 3 times. 215 989 9858. I repeat. Area code Philadelphia 215 989 9858.
Ujima, that's it.
One more time for the special ed family. 215 989 9858. You can also email me through the website, drumarjohnson.com, but you can text me or email me for the Africa trip, the college tour.
Sydney, the attorney?
Okay? Some of y'all said y'all coming on January 8th. I can see that info as well. All right? And we will be having a Tuesday morning call on Tuesday. So any issues with children, text me for the Tuesday morning call, 6 to 8 a.m. every Tuesday.
Yeah.
It be so many sometimes.
Do it again.
Okay, hey, let me know, man. I'm with it.
I got you.
You already know. Just email me.
Okay.
All right. Like I was saying, family, look at all these beautiful black people waiting to shake Umar's hand. If you look at the internet, you'll think all black people hate him, which is not the truth. We support our brother, man. That man ain't perfect. He just as bad as messed up like all of us. Right? If we start pulling all our records, ain't none of us will make it. You know what I'm saying? I know I won't. And they can start pulling up my record. I don't know what I do. I'm just being real. You know? But it's a lot of people, black people here, man. It was a packed house. It was people standing outside in the cold trying to get in. But let me start through, bro. You going through. Got the ladies over here. You know? Got the queens looking beautiful. And but y'all gotta start coming to these like black events, you know what I'm saying? Because culturally, it feels good. It's like the epitome of black love in these spaces. Ain't nobody tripping, ain't nobody hating. You know what I'm saying? It's just like black love. It feels good. You know, for real. Even if you don't support them, come to some of these events just for the spiritual edification of your culture, man. Being indoctrinated in your culture. But we don't get that enough. Bring your kids. Let them see how beautiful black people are. You know. And yeah, man. So it's going down. But anyway, it was a good show, man. Well, I ain't gonna say show, but it was a good lecture. I hope that helped clear up a lot of things for a lot of y'all. And again, I don't expect everybody to rock with Umar like that. I rock with him. He my dude. I mean, I know him personally. And I wish I could like work and travel with him. But the brother be busy and I'm trying to do stuff. But yeah, man. I've been fussing with a couple people on the internet about, you know, some of this stuff. I be trying to get through those debates. Cause I really don't get mad, right? But I don't like to see nonsense, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, man, the man, he done put his certifications and stuff like that on the internet so many times. I got you. He done put his stuff out there so many times for everybody to see. Now, how we go at Dr. Umar, we don't go at white people. Just like he said, I don't want to rehash what he said, but we don't go at these white people like that. You know, we don't let any white person come to our community and put these chemicals in our babies, and we don't ask what's in these chemicals. But we want Dr. Umar to present his whole life story just for us to donate $10. And that's the truth. You know what I'm saying? What you gonna do with my $10? You know? If I'm lying, I'm dying. You know what I'm saying? For real, yo. But, I mean, like I said before, I don't expect everybody to like them. To each his own, right? Now, I'm not trying to make everybody like I don't. And somebody asked me today, well, how can you support them if people talking about the church? Because I got my own mind. You know, I went to seminary. I know some of the stuff he's saying is real. I went to a black seminary. You know what I'm saying? So some of that stuff is real about the church. You know, I grew up in the church. I know how to intellectually divide stuff, right? If I don't agree with it, I don't agree with it. But that still doesn't take away from the work he's trying to do for our black boys, right? It don't take away from that because we know that a lot of our black boys out there suffering, being misdiagnosed. I work in the school system. I'm a school counselor. I see it. I just started in the school system 2 months ago. It was a little black boy that, when I got there, all the counselors and the teachers were saying this little dude, this black boy, was too aggressive. I mean, he was a little aggressive, but they saying he's aggressive. They don't know how to work with him. And immediately I seen that black boy, I knew how to work with him because, yes, don't sorry about that, man. I knew how to work with him because I saw me and him, right? So almost in a month and a half, I've been working with a little dude, a little black boy, and his behavior has totally changed, right? I talk to him like a man. I let him know who he is. You know, he just needs some black male energy. Ain't nothing wrong with him. He's super intelligent, right? He was being aggressive because he was bored. They didn't know how to work with him. They was belittling him. They didn't know they were belittling him. But you know how they look at black men and, you know, black youth. It's just like anything we do is seen opposite or abnormal, and it's not. So I was working with a little dude. Little dude is amazing, man. His whole language changed. I gave him principles to repeat and apply every day. And I let him know what he do wrong. I don't cut him no slack. I get on him, and I let him know what he do right. Little dude is amazing. And that's just one example. If I would have been there, they probably would have misdiagnosed this little dude as ADHD. And he ain't no different from other little white kids be running around with. Truth be told, some other kid be diagnosed. You know, but it is what it is. You know? So, like I said, the man doing good work, man. I just wish we wouldn't tear him down so bad like we do, man. Not saying he's not above criticism, because when he got into a little thing about last year, he was going back and forth on the internet, being real, you know, like petty and childish, that was beneath him. Sorry about that, man. You all right? You all right? All right. That was beneath him, right? he was on the internet cussing, you know, and this and that at another black man, and he apologized for that. So he said he knew he let his people down, you know. So the whole community was like, "Yo, Umar, we ain't rocking with that. And we rock with you on a lot of stuff, but we ain't rocking with that." And he respected that. He was like, "You know what? Y'all right. I apologize. I let y'all down. That's beneath me. Y'all expect more from me. You know, I got beside myself. You know." But he had young dude calling him crying like, "Yo, we thought you was," and he corrected himself. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we gotta do for our leaders. Keep it like that, man. You know what I'm saying? Because it's real. But look at this, man. He up there shaking the brother's hand. I just want to see. I want to show you how much love he getting, man. Because we be tripping sometimes. Like, don't nobody love Umar. I'm just gonna show y'all. I'll show y'all everybody that's rocking with him. Look at it. Ain't nothing but love in here, man. I hope this camera ain't messing up. You know, I got Metro PCS, so you know. Look at the love he getting. He signing books. Number love, babies. Got the elders in here. Look at this. Just straight love. Haters won't stop the love, man. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, it's real talk. Try to show y'all some of these vendors. We're gonna have a whole lot of vendors tonight because I don't know why, but I'm trying to get up. But anyway, while I make my way over there, we at the Shrine of the Black Madonna in Atlanta. For those who are wondering, y'all should definitely visit this place. They do free. The Shrine of the Black Madonna. They do free education on Black history every week for free for the youth. They do free classes. Y'all need to come check this place out. Right here in the West End, in the community. They do a lot of stuff for the people. They got a bookstore. They own a couple of apartment complexes. They do African dancing, African spirituality, prayer dances. So much stuff for the community, man. So much education for the Shrine of the Black Madonna. And this week is Kwanzaa week. So every day this week at 6, they're doing something in celebration of Kwanzaa. So if you're in Orlando, surrounding areas, you definitely want to come check out the Shrine of the Black Madonna. It's been here for over 60 years. They are a staple in the black community. You know, they're unapologetically black. You know, you can come get healing, knowledge, education, counseling. You know, they even got a few job openings, you know, for people and stuff like that. It's really here for the people. So Shrine of the Black Madonna in Atlanta, this is where we at. Y'all definitely come check it out. If you want to get your child or yourself want to get a little more education on African history, African spirituality, they do it here every week. I think on Sundays for free. Every week. And they do it after school too, so there's no excuse. Because they don't do this in the school system. And they teach from young to old about African history, African spirituality, just everything African, man. But we don't get these in school. So the Shrine of the Black Madonna in Atlanta, on Ralph David Abernathy in the West End, right down the street from Morehouse College. So it's in the mecca of the black neighborhood, you know. But anyway, man, back to my man. He doing a lot of great work. He getting it in. I was trying to get everybody vendors, man. There's a lot of people in line. There's a lot of beautiful black people here, man. But I hope they don't take his license because the man worked hard for it. He's been doing this for over 20 years, right? And I'm a supporter of him. I love him. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I don't agree with everything. But I don't agree with everything nobody does, right? Not even my own parents, right? But that doesn't mean that you throw them away. And he didn't really get no issues until he really started trying to build a school and trying to, you know, and his views on the LGBT. That's just a controversial topic. It is what it is, right? If you say anything other than I agree with homosexuality, then you're going to be considered controversial. That's just what it is. You know, but hey, he has a right to his thoughts just like everybody else. But the man do good work. Again, I just
brothers and sisters, listen up.
Hold on.
I know this is going to be a little bit of an inconvenience, but I need you to do this out of respect for our vendors. My ladies' line and my men's line, we needed to go up this aisle and around. So just come straight through the aisle. Just walk right over. Don't try to skip nobody. I see that look in your eyes. Okay? But so people can see the vendors and purchase from the vendors.
Look at all these beautiful black people. Look at all these beautiful black people.
Supported at least one vendor, but we want you to support them all. All right.
They want to meet our brother, man. I just got to show the video, man, because he getting so much hate on the internet. Y'all think don't nobody support him. But let me show y'all some of these vendors. You got the Black Guns Matter over here. You got these beautiful medallions, man. Look at I got me one earlier. Y'all can't tell me this ain't fire. My bad. I'm just promoting. Hold on, let me. Oh, they from Charlotte? Now look, if y'all from Charlotte, North Carolina, ain't no reason to hit up your boy, get one of these medallions, man. Come on. This is. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get my man to talk about his business. Hey, you mind to say something about your business, brother?
Absolutely. It's 516 Custom Medallion. Y'all make sure y'all link up with us on Facebook, Instagram. 516 Custom Medallion. We have the Afrocentric jewelry, the 80s style medallions. Going all day.
All right, there it is.
Make sure y'all stay plugged. Get that card.
All right. Yeah, he had a short of North Carolina, man, but he can come to any event if y'all request. There's some little stuff. I got me one early. Let me show y'all. Yeah. Woo. I'm gonna rock this tomorrow. But anyway, I'm gonna go down here to the oils and stuff. No problem, Jamal. Got some paintings over here.
So here we're talking almost 3,000 years of how y'all used to pyramid building.
But again, man, y'all support Umar, man. For real, he trying to build that school. He gonna get it built, man. By the grace of God, he gonna get it built. And he gonna help out our people. You know, he got a lot of support out there. But it's hard to raise that amount of money when you're doing the grassroots and without no government assistance. Because anything that's, as black people sometimes, man, anything that doesn't go along with the power structure or, you know, or what we know as society, we want to downplay it. You know, trying to teach our people how to be ourselves, and it's hard. Martin Luther King, in one of his speeches, he said that he was talking about how he get discouraged sometimes. He was like, he named a lot of reasons why he get discouraged. But one of his reasons, he said, I get discouraged sometimes trying to do my work every day with constant criticism, even from Negroes. I get discouraged sometimes. So somebody was like, how you trying to compare Umar to Martin Luther King? This is how. So he was a black man doing great work on another level. Martin Luther King caught constant hell from black people on a daily basis. Constant. But now everybody love him. But when he was doing his work, ain't nobody wanted to work with him. That's the real. That's real talk. That's why he kept the same group of people every time. Because people wouldn't let him preach in his church. People wouldn't let him come, you know, they wouldn't let him do it. It wasn't until like later that they started letting him do it. Malcolm X, the same thing. Marcus Garvey, the same thing. We start talking black empowerment, people get all fidgety. And what's going on now in our culture, in black culture, not with all of us, but we killing ourselves right now, man. We damaging our own. You know, we want to be with the power structure so much till when we start telling you to love yourself. You know, it ain't all black people. You don't have to be quote unquote pro-black. You don't have to wear dashikis. You can be who you are, work your job, but just have your mind right. When I say mind right, just be for the betterment of your people, the upliftment of your people on any level.
And also, gotta make sure you come to the Shrine of Black Madonna.
See, I told Shrine of Black Madonna.
Shrine of the Black Madonna, we do this every Sunday. This ain't just Dr.
Yeah, hey,
Umar.
matter of fact, tell him about the Shrine of Black Madonna, man. This my man. What's your name, brother?
My name is Jay.
Jay, tell him about Shrine of Black Madonna in Atlanta.
So basically, Shrine of Black Madonna in Atlanta. Talk louder.
Yeah, tell us a little bit.
Shrine of Black Madonna in Atlanta. We do this every single Sunday. Not just today. We do this every single Sunday. And we have history class on Saturday.
I told y'all, what?
Every single Saturday we have history class.
Yep.
Sundays, we do the exact same thing. You see this? Everything black. All black. Black Jesus, black Mary, black Madonna, black Moses, everything. Y'all make sure y'all come out. This man will be here.
Yeah, let me get one. I got one. Let me get one of them, man. Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Yeah, man, y'all trying to Black Madonna, they doing it, man. They doing it for the community. For real, for real. You know. And if you don't,
We're missing a black cell phone that says BLU on the front. Is BLU the screensaver or the cover?
hold on.
BLU is the phone brand. It is a blue butterfly on the case.
Urban and Spice Wellness. Where y'all based out of?
They based out of Charlotte.
Okay.
Woo! Hey, Charlotte holding it down,
Came
man.
all the way down here.
Check your cell phone. Make sure you didn't pick up the wrong one.
Healing.
BLU is the brand. Butterfly on the back case. The sister needs a cell phone. Alpha males, I need to start putting in people's pockets. I share. It's on his phone.
Please don't talk. So, matter of fact, tell me a little bit about yourself.
There was one left in the bathroom. Where is it? Who has the phone from the bathroom?
She's the fabulous creator of Urban Spice.
Let's
She
work
created
together.
all
Who
these
got
things
that
out of the
phone?
kindness of her heart. Her number one ingredient is
Tay
love.
at it. Ray
Love
Ray.
is the cure for everything. So
I think it's
that's
gonna
what we're
come.
all about.
Be patient. I think we
Got
got to bring that
everything
phone.
right here.
Put it out
That's what I'm
there.
saying.
Find that phone. All right?
My people.
Oils,
You got a
essential
trace
oils,
on it.
peppermint,
We'll be like
lavender,
that.
anything
Find that
like
phone.
to essential oil healing or aromatherapy or aroma touch, whatever you need. Salves. The salves for anti-inflammatory and for skin repair, whatever you might need going on with your skin, because you know we out here in the elements, they trying to do something.
Right.
This is a natural coat and protectant. We got deodorant. Spray on deodorant that's not only going it's got frankincense and myrrh, so it's gonna make you smell good, but it's also gonna lift your vibration up. So we got spices. This what you use using Lowry's? No, you good. You can use this Urban Spice.
Right, man. Hey, y'all check it out, man.
We got
Look.
turmeric, we got spice honey.
Urban Spice and Wellness in Charlotte, but you can also call and go on the
All
internet.
go on the internet, we ship to wherever. It's nothing but love. It's
Nothing but love, man. Hey, it's natural.
Hey,
Y'all make it happen.
Y'all make it
There it
happen.
is, sister.
Much love, brother. Thank you
There
for
it is.
everything.
It's beautiful, man. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Just want to show y'all a little bit what's going on, man. You know what I'm saying? We got our own stuff, our own businesses. You know what I'm saying? You don't got to go to Walmart all the time. All the time. Right? Look at this, you got to go to Walmart all the time, man. We even got our own water. Hold on. There you go. Look at that. Look at that. Tell a little bit about your going live. Just let the people know what we got here. Oh, let me get. Here we go. I heard about this water. I heard this water good. It's a black-owned company. You know, y'all gotta hold it down. There it is. Healing water, man. Y'all don't believe we got our own stuff. We got it. I'm just trying to give y'all a little glimpse of the cultural things that we have around here, man. You know, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Got a jury. You know what I'm saying? That's beautiful. Got the shirts. The clothes over here. The queens over here. Show y'all the Kwanzaa. Show y'all the Kwanzaa. Excuse me, man. I need to stop by. Show y'all the Kwanzaa setup. So today is Kwanzaa's Ujima. You know, it's just honoring our African side of ourselves, man. Our African culture. It's beautiful, man. It's beautiful. Look at all the people trying to get with my brother, man. Look at this. Beautiful. The haters will say they blindly following him. That's what the haters say. Beautiful. Look at this. All the people having our brother. My boy Umar, I'll holler at him in a minute, man. He busy right now, but hold on. Oh, whoa! I ain't seen a little. I'll see the baby right there. Yeah. So, I'm about to cut this thing off, man. But y'all just, man, make sure you keep all the stuff you heard in mind, man. Support your people, support Umar, man. You know, don't let the haters win. Don't let the negative narrative discourage you from supporting this brother. He really doing a great work. You know, does he need improvement? Yeah. Did he do things better? Yeah. But so can all of us. You know, so can all of us, man. For real. You know? Oh, you about to fall. And all of y'all who, everybody who lives in Atlanta, even in different parts of Atlanta, this Sunday at Shiloh Missionary Baptist Church, I'm gonna be preaching this Sunday at 10 a.m. for the New Year's Eve service, not watch night service, the New Year's Eve service. This Sunday, Shiloh Missionary Baptist Church. That's 1150 Westview Drive by Morehouse. So y'all need to come support your boy. This Sunday, I'm gonna be preaching at Shiloh Missionary Baptist Church at 10 a.m. I got some good things, some motivational things I'm gonna be speaking on, some community things I'm gonna be speaking on. So y'all come support me, man. This Sunday at Shiloh Missionary Baptist Church, I will be preaching at 10 a.m. So let's make it happen. Support your boy. Let me show y'all these beautiful black people one more time. So I am a minister. So for those who don't know, my boy Umar out there. All the beautiful black people trying to holler at him. Let me show y'all this dope shirt one time. Tell me that ain't fine. Woo! Y'all need support, man. We got our own clothes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it is. Got the African flags back there waving. Like I said, man, support my boy. Support your boy. This Sunday, Shiloh Missionary Baptist Church, holla at me. We'll be preaching. And it was a great event. I appreciate y'all for watching and tuning in and not letting the negative thoughts and the negative voices that's out there win. Have your own mind. Don't take sound bites. Do your research. You know, let the negative people, let the haters be what they be, man. You know, they can be that anyway. You know, but we gotta fight for our people out here. That's what it's all about. We gotta fight for our people. We gotta educate our own people, right? Because it's educated people out there who don't have necessary degrees that's doing it. And every time a black man step up, do something, we gotta stop tearing them down. What's the man's name? LeVar Ball came out and said he gonna start his own league. We laughing at him, talking about he can't do it. P. Diddy came out and said he gonna buy the Panthers. We laughing at him, talking about he can't do it. Where we get that from? You know what I'm saying? Umar said he wanna start his own school for black children. Oh, he ain't gonna start no school. Come on, man. This is why we can't win. We gotta believe in ourselves. I forgot what Kwanzaa principle that is, but it talks about self-determination. You know, doing for ourselves. That's what we're trying to do for ourselves. It's going to be controversial. It's like being born again, so to speak. You know? So, keep these things in mind, man. But when a black man step out there trying to do it, support him, man. You know? That what made me mad. You know, that's the only time I really speak out myself when I see nonsense going on. But anyway, the line's still on. I keep showing this so I can show y'all that all the hate he getting on the internet, it ain't what's really out here. Every show he got packed out. Every show he had, I don't want to call it show, but every lecture he had, he packed out. There's a lot of people. There's a lot of black people who respect him. A lot of black sisters who respect him. The line for the ladies is just as long. Real sisters know what's up. They know he's not trying to down black women. He get on black men just as bad as he get on black women, but he not telling you ain't no good. He calling the negative stuff we do, so we can do better. Right? This is what hurts. Black people don't like to hear the truth. That's our problem. And our biggest thing right now in America, well, the second biggest thing that we face as black people is white supremacy. I mean, not white supremacy. Besides white supremacy, is trying to get past our own people. And that's so discouraging, man, because, you know, I'm out here every day just with my brothers. We be in the communities, you know what I'm saying, trying to help out. And it's hard trying to tell black people that they're beautiful sometimes. You know, so they reject it. Sometimes, not all black people. And I'm speaking, and I don't want to paint the black community with one paintbrush, but y'all know what I'm talking about. You know, and it's sad. We fighting on two fronts, from within and without. You know, it ain't about converting everybody to one idea, thought, or ideology. It's not about that, but it is about getting us on one goal, one mindset, and one train of thought per se. Right? We know we got different religions in our community. Everybody believes different things, but the overall goal is got to be the betterment of our community. No one person can do it all. No one person can do it all. Everybody have a job to do. But if somebody's trying to start a school, you know, that's for black people, for black thoughts, why not support them? Like you said, charter schools, the government owns charter schools. You don't see no Jewish charter schools. Name a Jewish. It might be Jewish charter school. I'm speculating at this point. I'm speculating. It might be Jewish charter school, but I doubt it. And if it is a Jewish charter school, the board is Jewish, the principal is Jewish. You know, y'all feel me? Feel me? They do things for them. And don't nobody say you being too Jewish. Don't nobody say that. But we always too black. You know, we gotta stop that, man. We gotta stop that. We gotta stop that, but we gonna be alright, man. We just gotta defeat some. Harriet tell me. I was talking to my sister about this the other day. Harriet Tubman was strict. When she was freeing slaves and taking slaves on the Underground Railroad, she always carried a shotgun. Why? One, because anybody who coming through like slave catchers, she was gonna shoot them. But two, she was willing to shoot any black person that was with her who was about to turn around or sabotage the movement. Harriet Tubman. Because you know it was some black people in her camp was like, oh man, we gotta turn around. We can't do it. No. You know it was. Because that's what black people do. And I bet Black Harriet Tubman shot a couple of black people. Dead. Because they was about to sabotage the movement. Because we can't let nobody step. You can't do it. Y'all know it's true. Because you know how black people do. Sometimes. You trying to do something good, it's always feel, oh man, let's just go back. Let's just go back. Let's just, you know, it ain't that bad. At least we had food. At least we had a roof. You know? It's funny, but it's true, man. You know? But yeah, Harriet Tubman carried a shotgun. And I know she shot a couple people. Or threatened to shoot a couple people because they're about to turn around and mess up the whole thing. You know, give away all the secrets. Haitians, the Haitian Revolution. The Haitians, and then what I'm saying sounds kind of brutal, man. But the black people ain't the only people that did this. But Haitian Revolution, they killed all the people who were trying to sabotage the movement. I'm talking about black people. The Haitians, they were brutal. They were like, look, all coons got to go. I mean, they beheaded them just like they beheaded like some of them slave catchers. And these are facts. You know what I'm saying? These are facts. For real. And other cultures do it too. The point, I'm not saying go out and kill people. The point is, you know, you can't let this stuff kill the movement. If you're not for it, just go on about your business. Because you're killing what we're trying to do. You know? If you think you do better, you do better. You know what I'm saying? That's how I believe it. That's how I see it. This man is really working for the people. And education is the number one killer of our people because we need education. Black education. Me working in the school system, I see it, man. You know, I work with a lot of kids, black and white, and other cultures. But when I see my people in it, I know. I see what's going on. I see the difference. I see it. It's a certain aspect of their culture that they not getting. You know, and I try to teach them little things here and there. You know, and so I'm gonna try to start some after-school programs in the future, man. You know what I'm saying? Just to help educate our kids, man. At least put the creativity of their imaginations in their head, so they can start thinking for us. My brother Zach from the Nation Islam said last night. I think that was Zach. He said that the nation and the music have captured the creativity of our youth, and that's big. So we got to recapture the creativity of our youth. So whatever you're thinking about, you're gonna create. And we are creative people. You know, so we gotta make it happen, man. We gotta make it happen. I see a lot of beautiful afros in here. You know what I'm saying? I love being around my people, man. But yeah. So being pro-black, man, ain't about all wearing dashikis and, you know, I mean, you can. It's about your mind. It's just trying to uplift your people wherever you at. If you're in corporate America, do things with your people in mind. If you're in music, do things with your people in mind. If you in if you skydiving, do things with your people in mind. That's black. You're building the black family, making sure our women are taken care of, making sure our children are protected and having knowledge. That's pro-black. You know, me being a minister, man, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes I have a suit on, sometimes I have a dashiki on. That's just how I feel on a certain day. You know, but I go through life knowing that at least I can do my little small part of what I can in my own little area. That's what it's about. So everybody do their own little part in their own little area, then it'll become a big area. It'll become a big area. All right? Wherever you see a Chinese person or a Jewish person in America, I don't care if they're the only one there, they're going to have their culture in their mind. You're going to see them representing their people. They don't have to say it, you know. It could be 1 million white people, 1 million black people, and one Chinese person. That Chinese person is going to represent his culture. He's not going to try to blend in. The facts, man. You know what I'm saying? For real. But, yeah, man. It's just a beautiful thing. But I want to show y'all something right here. I'm taking pictures or something. Anyway, so y'all keep that in mind, man. Study history. Again, if you're in Atlanta, definitely check out the Shrine of the Black Madonna. And if you want your children to get some knowledge, they do special classes on African history every Saturday or Sunday around 6. Free to the public. Free and open to the public, man. And they good at what they do. They're good at what they do. You know what I'm saying? The elders out here. I'm trying to see who out here. Okay. It's beautiful. Got sisters out here. I love meeting the people, man. But I don't want to talk y'all to death. I really ain't about to go. I'm a little fired up. But we got some good things coming up. Oh, if you're in Atlanta, also, we doing we planning our 1,000 Men March this January 20th in Atlanta. The 1,000 Men March this January 20th in Atlanta. The 1,000 Men March. What we doing as men, this is the start of it. We're going back to our communities, getting our people, right? We getting the brothers, the men of our communities, reclaiming manhood, reclaiming ourselves, reclaiming our duties, and reclaiming our responsibilities. And we're trying to take some of the pressures and the burdens off our sisters. Because our sisters been doing a lot. Our sisters been doing a lot. We know that. And as men, we have to reclaim what we do. So the 1,000 Men March is the recalling of manhood and brotherhood. So you want to get involved, man, go to 1,000 Men March Atlanta at gmail.com, something like that. You can find it on Facebook. What you mean for what? I don't know what you mean by for what, but the 1,000 Men March is the beginning of an ongoing thing we're trying to do here in Atlanta. We're going to the worst communities in Atlanta. The hardest, the drug-ridden areas, the crime-ridden areas. That's where we're going. And we're going to try to tell our men, like, look, we trying to do this in Atlanta, so the 1,000 Men March is going to take place. It's going to be an actual march. It's going to take place January 20th. We're trying to start at Morehouse College. But after that, we're going to be doing classes. We're going to be doing teaching. We're going to be doing manhood training, boyhood training, brotherhood training, fatherhood training. We got a lot of people on board. A lot of people. We got a lot of celebrities on board. And I think T.I. trying to get on board with it. So y'all can hit me up or go to 1,000 Men March on Instagram, on Facebook, and sign up, get more information. And we're going to be meeting next Wednesday at 7 o'clock. Anybody who want to be a part of the 1,000 Men March, next Wednesday at 7 o'clock in Atlanta at, what's the name of that church? On Abernathy. West 100th Street. West 100th Street Baptist Church next Wednesday at 7. We're going to be meeting for anybody who want to be a part of the 1,000-man march because it's important. Yeah, help us get jobs. All that we got. It's gonna be people there who it's gonna be black men that got businesses, and we're gonna be teaching people how to create that business. So that's important. So we ain't out here just talking. We doing, but the march is just a physical showing. Because sometimes we need a presentation. It's a physical showing what we're gonna do. It's like a call to action. It's like the start of a race. That's what the march is for. It's the start of the race, the start of the movement in Atlanta. You know, and it ain't random people. These are brothers who've been doing it for a long time. All the marches you see in Atlanta, a lot of them people are behind this. So and the sisters, we need y'all too. We got, I think it's called Women for the 1,000-Man March too, right? So we need y'all sisters to be there too, right? Because we know no nation can rise higher than its woman, right? We can't do this march without the women. There's nothing we can do in this world without the women. Nothing. So it's called a 1,000-Man March. And it's aimed at the brothers, but we definitely need to help our sisters. So we do things together. We're not cutting the sisters out and say, oh, it's about the brothers, but it's also teaching the brothers how to. Yeah, I got you, man. Hey, man. It's about teaching brothers how to manhood, how to take care of a woman, how to engage with a woman. We got different people who, are respected and need different fields to talk to the different brothers and talk to all of us because we know we're having troubles in certain areas. Right? And so it's just reclaiming manhood in Atlanta. Because we know we're dealing with it. We ain't trying to go to the white people and say, oh, we need this, we need that. We're trying to do it ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Make our community a decent and safe place to live. That's what we're trying to do. And we need y'all support, man. If you live in Atlanta, it's Metro Atlanta, really. If you want to be a part of it, man, just go to, like I said, go to 1,000-Man March on Facebook. Go to it on Instagram. So go to my Instagram. My Instagram, J Whitfield Inspires. You'll see it on there. Check it out, man. Get with somebody because it's going down. It's going down. But again, y'all support Umar. Support the movement. If you're in Atlanta, support the Shrine of the Black Madonna. They do a lot of free events. Donate to them. Come visit. They got a bookstore and a cultural arts center. They got paintings. They got all type of cloths. They got stuff like this. All type of stuff. They got like jewelry, clothes. They got shoes. All type of cultural stuff that you really can't find other places. They got it at Shrine of Black Madonna. You will find it. So come on down, man. Holler at it. Check it out. Clouds thinning out. But I'm still showing y'all how people still loving our brother. I know this video gonna make the haters mad. For real, man. And I'm not even the haters type of person. You know what I'm saying? I really use that. The haters. I really use that language because I'm not. It ain't really me. But I'm just saying, man. It get on my nerves sometimes. But the proof is in the pudding. The proof is in the pudding. But imagine if we had a school like that, right? Imagine we had a school that teaches black boys and black girls to love themselves from the jump. Into the black knowledge, black education. Imagine. It ain't about hating nobody, you know what I'm saying? Nobody ever tell the Jews, I know we keep using Jew, that's always to go to, but nobody ever tell the Chinese people when they go to their own schools, you hating, or it's about, why I can't. Nobody ever says this to these people. Nobody. Because it's expected. Yeah, it's at the Shrine of the Black Madonna in Atlanta, Georgia. Ralph David Avenue at the Boulevard, right next to, well, not right next, but very close to Morehouse. You know what I'm saying? Very easy to find. Right next to the West End Motor Station. Yeah, nobody ever says that to those, to other coaches when they want to teach themselves. Even North Korea, North Korea gets a bad rap, but in China, right? I think it's China. Excuse me, I think it's China. China has a section of China where North Koreans live. It was something with the war back in the day, and they got annexed or something like that. But they raised in China, but they got a whole North Korean. It's almost like a North Korea town in China. Everything they grew up with is North Korea. They look up North Korea. Nobody tells them to not teach North Korean stuff. This happened in China right now. I forgot the name of it, but y'all look it up. It's out there. Yeah, we need nationalization, man. You know what I'm saying? But not, a lot of people not going to be for nationalization, man. But it's all good. It ain't for everybody. You know, we at least need that option. You know. But we struggle with a lot of stuff, man, black people. I understand where the hate come from. I understand where the struggle come from. You know, I get it. I just wish we wouldn't get so much hate and backlash when we try to do for ourselves. You know, we try to do for ourselves. For real. And masculinity, I feel like masculinity is under attack, man. And that's not saying nothing against nobody else. But it's like when a man really just be masculine and just, you know, they don't like that, man. A lot of women don't even like that. And I don't know what's up with that. You know, it's crazy. It's like you have to downplay your masculinity to make other people feel comfortable. My homeboy said that the other day on Facebook. He was like, yo, I ain't downplaying my masculinity no more to make women feel comfortable or whoever. And it shouldn't be like that. It shouldn't be like that. But we got a lot of work to do in our community, especially with relationships, black men and black women. I want to see our people. I want to see how people get better, man. I want our relationships to get healed, right? Because we're dealing with a lot of trauma. I'm talking like romantic relationships. The black men and black women, we are. There's a lot of black love out there. I see a lot of engagement and stuff, man, and that's beautiful. But we still got a long way to go because there's a lot of hate with each other going on. I'm not blaming one over the other. Like I'm not blaming the black woman over the black man or the black man over the black woman. It's both of us. We putting a lot of requirements on each other that we wouldn't put on nobody else. For example, we putting a lot of requirements on the sisters that we wouldn't put on other women. And if we want our sisters to be this type of shape, you want brother to have a kind of money, it's ridiculous. There's so much arguing going on, we gotta stop. We're just angry with each other, man. We're angry with each other because we haven't healed from our pain of the past. And we're doing all different kind of stupid stuff in relationships. That's killing the black mentality, that's killing the black family. We can't stand each other sometimes. We gotta stop that. We gotta love on each other, man. We got issues. We have issues. And we gotta be real about it. A black man and black woman, before we get in relationships with each other, we gotta make sure that we have gotten over the pain. I put that on Facebook Saturday today. We gotta make sure we got over the pain and trauma of the past, relationship or whatever. We gotta get over that hurt, man. We gotta let it go. We gotta get therapy. Ain't nothing wrong with getting therapy. Yeah, man, hit me up, man. Hit me up. Ain't nothing wrong with getting therapy, man. So I was ahead to get therapy one time. I went through like a bad relationship situation. And afterwards, I was like, God. You know, I was like angry. I was angry. And I was angry at women. I was angry at black women. And I was like, yo. I said, I can't talk to nobody else and me feeling like this. Cause I'm a damage them. You know what I'm saying? I recognize that within myself. And that's what it takes. So before I dealt with anybody else, I made sure that I got myself together. So I wasn't together. I thought I was together. Because I saw a woman like, oh, she fine, let me go talk to her, dog. Nah. I was in one of their life, man. You know, so I took the time, got myself together, and it was all good. And we have to do that as people. We got to heal ourselves and make sure we heal. Talk to somebody, man. If you need therapy, get that junk. You know?
I never been eating one.
Create your space, man, and love on each other. But yeah, man, we organized, man. Definitely hit my inbox, man, because this 1,000-man march that's coming up, it's going to be a big deal. It's going to be a big deal. Like I said, we reclaiming manhood, we reclaiming brotherhood, you know, trying to teach fathers how to be fathers, how to take responsibility, everything you can imagine when it comes to manhood, being a man, we're trying to do. We're going to the hood. If you're scared to go to the hood now, I don't know if you want to be involved in this, because we going to our people. We going to our people. Yeah, I'm always fired up, you know. But Brother Porter, man, you know, man. I be lit all the time. At any given moment, man, I be ready. But for real. But I love black people, man. I love our sisters, I love our brothers. And I love sisters doing great work. Let me get my stuff right quick, because they trying to clean up. I love to see us doing great work, man. You know.
Okay.
It's an amazing thing. I love to see us doing great work. Men, like for real, y'all, men are under attack. Manhood is under attack right now. Masculinity is under attack, and it's just the truth. Y'all have to say this, man. It's not a shot to anybody that's gay or anything. It's not about that, But masculinity is really under attack. Black men leading black families under attack. It just is. A man's supposed to lead. That's what he's supposed to do. He's supposed to lead, protect, and provide. That doesn't mean the woman can't do it or she shouldn't do it. But if somebody coming around the house, it shouldn't be the woman to be the first person to stand up and protect the house. I mean, she right there, she can. But y'all get what I'm saying. Anybody want to come try to hurt your family, they're gonna have to go through that man first. The man, he should die trying to protect his wife and kids or whatever. But it's a unity thing. But how can a black man be all he need to be for that black woman if the masculinity is being trampled upon? And yes, black men got a long way to go, a lot of stuff to relearn. So that's what we're trying to do. This 1,000 Man March. We're trying to rebuild and build up the black man and masculinity, and just let him take our rightful place and take some of the burden off the sisters. You know what I'm saying? Because we know our women dealing with a lot right now. Our women they are having to do 2 jobs, and they frustrated too. They frustrated because they got to do everything, And we do got to let a black woman shine. A lot of times we don't let our black women shine. Some men have ego problems, and that's real. If a woman shine, let her shine. You know what I'm saying? Let her shine. As far as relationships, every chick I dated was always shining in something. I love looking at it. I'm shining in my own area. I just love it. That impresses me. I love intelligent women. You know what I'm saying? Like women who got something and about something. I try to encourage her, whatever it is. If she the master at basket weaving, I'm like, yo, I hope you get a Nobel Peace Prize for basket weaving. You know what I'm saying? I don't be in the background like, yo, she doing it. You know what I'm saying? Because that's impressive, man. It's beautiful. So. But that's not like a huge problem, but it is a problem. But I believe in our people, despite everything. I believe in our people. I believe in our women. I believe in our men. We're gonna get it together, man. It's happening. It's happening more and more every day. I don't disparage nobody. From the most classy woman to the most ratchet woman, from the most classy man to the dustiest dude out there. I believe in my people. I ain't accepting no BS, but I believe in my people. Because we all got it. Because some of the best ideas I've heard came from some of the brothers in the street. And that's why I don't like to disparage nobody. Because some of the women we claim that's ratchet and whatever, our negative word. Some of them women be some of the best women in relationships. Some of them women be some of the best cooks. You know what I'm saying? Some of them women be some of the women that down for you the most. And it's real. The point is, don't underestimate nobody. Everybody has worth. That's what I'm really trying to say. You know what I'm saying? But one more time, let me show you. I'm trying to holler at him, man. I don't want to take up too much time. Because I think he want to be a part of this march too. We're still waiting on him. The lady's still waiting on him. We in here, man. Y'all about to get off this live, man. Again, if you in Atlanta this Sunday, I'm preaching this Sunday at Shiloh Missionary Baptist Church, 10 a.m. I got a good thing to say, man, about community, going into the new year, creativity. Ujoma, that's the 6th day of Kwanzaa. Shiloh Missionary Baptist Church is by Morehouse on Westview Drive, 1150 Westview Drive, Atlanta, Georgia. Y'all need to pull up, support your boy. It's going down, man. Doing it for the people. And, let me show this one last time. Hold on. Oh.
What did I tell you?
We are. Look at all this love. Y'all need to share this video.
On the outside.
Got to pin this. All right, man. Black love. We'll holler.